Hello everyone and welcome to a loser's bracket round 2 race between Ryuja and Brotinderdose. I'm hearing my own voice because I'm very clever and left the stream open. I thought somebody else was talking. Okay. This is the sort of professionalism we come to expect from ZSR. But I'm joined today by Jesse and Melrose on commentary. And we've got Mighty Mouse and doing the tracking for us. How is everybody doing today?
I'm doing great. And before anyone gets confused, the rumors of spells death have been greatly exaggerated. I'm still here. Just under a new name.
Everything on my side is buffering, so this is going to go well.
Just like your stream.
Everything is... Let me refresh real quick. Hello, chat. Right. I can see you now. How's it going? Yes, we have Brotinderdose versus Ryuja. I guess we can quickly go into how both these races ended up back here. So we have Ryuja fallen at the first hurdle. I believe they lost to Purple Rupees. Let me have a look at that real quick. God, there's so many names. Oh no, my apologies. It was Gogeta. Okay, so Ryuja lost the winner's bracket round 1 to Gogeta, dropped down into losers bracket round 1, where they eventually conquered Barker. That's it, DG Barker. Blort, I believe, did make it through to winners bracket round 2. He did. He beat Alexis. But then, it was Blort who lost to Purple Rupees in round 2. That's it. So Blort dropped into losers bracket. This is his first match of that.
Mm-hmm. I would say he's probably slightly favored out of these two, but I mean, it can really go either way.
If the file name is anything to go by, no, he's losing. Unfortunately.
Yeah, what's up with that file name? Did he know? Was he aware of insider information that you were commentating today?
Yes, and I have some more insiders information, some gossip.
Oh.
I can tell you now that today, Brotinderdose was building a cabinet. There you go.
Whoa. Damn. What will we do with that information? How will this information benefit him during the race?
Unfortunately, I have nothing on Ryuja, but hey, next time I'm commentating your race, drop me some trivia.
You know?
I want to get to know you. Speaking of trivia, we have 1 minute to go down. I have a piece of trivia I'd love to share with people. Now, I didn't confirm this, so it might not be true, but I think it checks out. So before the tournament started, we were pretty 50-50 split on people from the Americas and people in Europe in this tournament. 50-50. Now, I believe this is the first race of the tournament where both of our races are from the European continent, but none of them are representing France. So that just goes to show you the absolute dominance of France across Europe. This is the first time we're seeing two non-French Europeans 1v1 against each other.
Yeah. Where is Ryuja from? I know Brot's German, of course, but...
Ryuja is Belgian, I believe.
Oh, damn. Basically, well, they're both neighbors, basically, for me.
So you are perfectly neutral, whereas I'm
definitely in favor of Brot. As a Dutch person, I must not be rooting for the Belgians. It's a rule. I'm sorry. Okay,
well, politics aside, I'm neutral. I believe both these races are going to show us a good time.
Yeah, I'm completely neutral as well. But you know, fair disclosure, I do tend to frequent Brot's chat quite often, so.
And as a fellow Majora's Mask player, I too know Brot quite well, so apologies if I begin to look the side-eye on
Listen,
Ryuja.
I don't think we gotta be worried. I saw chat earlier, they seem very biased. There's a meme going on that they're spamming, but we're spawning in Lake Hylia.
We are, which is awful. Awful.
Yeah.
Hate this as an opener.
If this was Child Hylia, that'd be one thing, but it's not.
We also have a hint that's pretty interesting. The central chest of the GTG maze is a bow. So that's definitely going to be bow locked.
Yeah, almost certainly.
I think pretty standard what's happening. There's only one way out of Lake Hylia, so it makes sense for both of them to be exiting out that one exit.
Yeah.
Well, either of them go straight to market for a rush of child songs, or maybe stop by the Kokiri Forest, have a little look in Midas' house, get the song from Zarya.
Yeah.
Probably from Sheik.
Yeah, I think you could either go that way, or you can, just straight to the market, or just loop over towards the Kokiri Forest and then go into Kakariko. Like, I think both ways are valid.
We have a big pose is dead hint, so the bow, less important, I suppose, unless you know how to get big pose with choose, which, why? Anyway, both our runners looking like they're favoring the... Actually, no, I guess the angle just means you're avoiding the long launch. Definitely looks as though Blort is favoring the Kokiri Forest dip. Ryuja, a bit of an upward slant. We'll see where they're going. Maybe straight to Kakariko, actually.
Yeah, I think they're going to Kakariko. That's my guess. But it's a bit of a, I don't know. I'm not committed to anything angle. I could go anyway. The Kokiri option is gone though. That's not happening anymore.
Oh, actually, it might be a river play. They're angling towards that more than anything. Or maybe
I think they're just angling to avoid the wall.
Route. There is that too.
Yeah.
The minimap lies. Nope.
Oh, I don't know actually. No, it is river. All this hiking.
So one thing I do know about Ryuja, and this is only on surface level, looking at the titles of their streams, they like to skip Gerudo Valley.
Okay.
That's all I've got for you there.
Oh, Stone of Agony. You're like, oh, well, this play worked out well. Nope, no, not at all, actually.
Well, let's not rule out that it helps you find secret grottos.
True, where are
useful,
they?
Jesse, that is useful. Obviously, to the logic of the seed, that is not useful in the slightest. It's annoying when you open up a big chest, you got the adrenaline going, you're thinking, oh baby, we got something here. Speaking of getting something, but slingshot, out of logic, and Ryuja, maybe I'm gonna get it. Nope.
No. Well, actually, hold on.
It was a slingshot, yes.
It is a slingshot. Ah, but they missed. And we're going up to get the Minuet check. Gotta hop over Mido here. Without a bow or a hook shot, which is the trickier way of doing it for sure.
So what Blort is doing right now is how I approach it. You can forward slash and then you have a few frames where you can press A to make the backflip. Blort might be going a bit too early. You actually need to go at it a little too later than you think you would, otherwise you just end up doing what Blort's doing right now. The other way is what he tried earlier. You can see up and look directly to the sky, and as you cancel out of that, you have time to pull off a backflip by pressing A.
I do the ladder technique. I find it super easy.
I just think the angle is off, because what he's doing right now should be good.
There we go.
There we got it.
He's got it.
So everyone's going to have their own cues for this, but it looks as though the cue that Blort had just wasn't working out for him.
It's one of those things, like, I'm terrible at this game mechanically, but that is, like, the one trick I'll just always nail on the first try for some reason. I just always skip it, easy. Doesn't matter if I have a bow or not, I just do it.
We're going to be witnessing a glitchless jump from the... Oh, okay, actually, I want to point attention to Ryuja finding a pretty useful hint there. Lake Hylia is foolish. That is...
Oh, man.
Disgusting given the wall, but actually not a bad thing to find. Lake Hylia can be an absolute death trap for orphaning checks later on in the game, so that's one of my favorite foolish locations to see. Yeah, we have the level on the Burning Kakariko song.
How many people, you think, have, like, lost occasion the hook shot by getting seeds for Lake Hylia to get adult fishing where the hook shot is? How often has that happened to people? I think so often.
It's just not one of those places you want to go to. It's very scant on checks, and the density just isn't there. You kind of have to retain something else.
It's so far away, too. That makes it worse. So, unless you get serenaded early, it's just horrible to get to.
We have a repeat of the 40 Skulls as Dead Hint, and we also have Requiem of Spirits. That's okay in a vacuum, but depending on what song comes after this could be incredibly good for Blort.
Yeah, we'll see.
But Time of Day is, I mean, of course, this song is also out of logic. You do require Minuet of Forest or Sario's song to bypass Mido.
That is very true.
So whatever he gets here is very interesting for logic. It's Sun Song. Okay, so useful. It does mean that Blort does now have to walk all the way from Lake Hylia back to the top of Hyrule Field, which takes more time than you think it would. But at least Time of Day isn't going to be a problem as a child.
It would have been nice if, like, something like Prelude was here, honestly. So we don't have to see the hike again. Oh, a big chest, though.
We have a big chest. Oh, both hints at the same time. 50 scores is nothing to be concerned with.
Ooh,
that is very nice.
Yeah,
that's an awfully nice thing to find. Makes child routing so much cleaner, so much more efficient.
It is, yeah. It's great. Oh, here we go again. What a seed, just hiking right away. It's my favorite.
Do you think Brought opts to go straight back child, or do you think he's going to make the play for
He's going to go straight to child. He's going to go straight child. I'm calling it now.
It is unfortunate for Brought. There was a pretty high odds of there being a decent warp song there for him. Just didn't work out. Song of Storms is vanilla, ladies and gentlemen.
I think he's... well, actually, no. I think he might be going to CAC. Look at that angle. That's not... I don't think that's the castle angle.
Well, it can't be Kakariko because he's already been there. The minimap is deceptive. The wall isn't actually that far central to Hyrule Field. You kind of have to go further than you think you should to avoid it. So this could just be avoiding the wall. I do think it makes sense to go Kakariko. You don't want to leave behind a song like this.
No, I don't think so either. I think that's where he's going, but... I mean, by now for sure. There's no way. If you're going to go to castle, you'll be turning around by now.
So looking over at Ryuja, we're going to get the graveyard checks over here. 2 checks we can get here right now. A song we can get from the Royal Tomb at the back. Kicking things off with a piece of heart. Interesting to see at what point both these races opt to open up small chests and when they decide not to.
I think
everyone has their own philosophies on this, but it's interesting. Okay, that's some magic in the crate.
Yeah, one of them. But which one? I don't know.
I am unfortunately colorblind, so I cannot tell whenever there's magic up there. It's probably... I don't think it was Nairu's, because if it's...
I thought it was for Wars.
It's usually dark if it is like that, so...
Yeah, the blue really stands out, but the green and the yellow are easily mixed up when you can only see a little bit of it.
Wait, Din's is yellow?
Yeah, yellow, orange, reddish.
Okay.
Depends. I call it yellow. It was definitely a magic. That we know for sure. Wait, we're going... Wait. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought we were going up the mountain for a moment. I was like, well, that's radical.
I had to keep refreshing my page to keep getting stuttering feeds, so apologies if I missed out on anything.
Don't worry.
It looks like we got a very clean Dampe race from Ryuja.
Hell yeah.
Gonna cut the 50.
I've never done that in my life. This doesn't want to happen for me. Oh, art container. Yeah, I think with small chests, you're kind of waiting for either you get bombs, so then the chews aren't as important anymore, or you know you need hearts. I think like 6 hearts total is like a nice amount, but it depends on how comfortable you are.
So the minimum most people will go with is 5 or 4 plus a bottle. 3 plus a bottle is manageable, but miserable. It's not fun.
Yeah, that's for the truly die-hard players only. See what song we get here. A prelude would be really nice. Because then we never have to do that track again. I'm calling it now though. Prelude is probably going to be on like OT or something. And we're just going to be hiking many times this race.
I'm hopeful for their sanity that they can get a good warp song here and live out a very happy race.
Well, let's see. We'll see. No.
Oh my god, really?
Oh, that's great.
That's good for Child, but you watch. Child's spawn point is going to be the market, and it doesn't make a difference. So
exactly, yeah. It just
that
spawn
is
point
miserable.
Yeah.
Oh,
beautiful. I was gonna say like I bet it's Serenade. I should have said something.
I winced as I saw that Serenade come up.
But no, as a commentator, that's what I hope for. That's what I live for.
So we're playing good cop, bad cop here. You
always
the chaos and your sanity. I am the sympathizer. I just want everyone to be happy.
Yeah, no, I always opt for maximum chaos. The worse the seed, the better. I live for that stuff.
So I want to point out something real quick. Ryuja's stream froze for me while he was in Zora River. Did he not collect the slingshot?
No, he missed it. He missed the jump.
Oh, that's unfortunate, because the scale puts that slingshot into logic.
Yeah, it does.
So
I mean, he can
Probably
come
not
get...
the most important thing, but with no information of what's in Lost Woods, you know, there's something convenient could be in Target in the Woods. It could be a minor, but I assume Ryuja made the decision based on time of day. Like, what's more important to him, just time of day or collecting a slingshot? And a decision was made.
Yeah. Another really clean Denpei coming out here though from Rod. Also gonna cut it under 50. Actually, exactly the same time.
Okay, we're gonna get a mass rush of hints from the side of Ryuja. Everyone pay attention, we have...
Kakariko is the Dongo.
Ooh!
Again. Fire Temple to Twin Rova, okay. And Frogs is Red Rupee. Okay, well, there you go. So, Kak's on the way to Dongo's Cavern, so there's a bomb back in Kak, probably. You know.
Probably.
Or something that leads to one, at least. And Fire Temple on the way to Hovaja, so there's probably a hammer there, then. Well, I can keep track of this one.
My stream froze again, so I cannot see what the... I got as far as Forest Temple having Water Medallion and...
Yeah, I would love to tell you, but I'm looking at like Ryuja's stream and I can't read the letters. They just look like pixels, like pixelatness to me. Yeah, the Dongo was on the path, that I remember.
Also, I believe we just got a song because of Forest Med. What was it? Minuet. Okay, that is fantastic.
Yeah. That's still not really great for reaching Hyrule Castle as an adult, though.
No, but it makes Vista nicer. Yeah.
Also puts the some things in logic that we were wondering about earlier. The Requiem and the song of Sun Song.
So I was looking as though Spirit Medallion is DC, and yeah, Ryuja's bitrate is super compressed for me. Maybe just to comply with Restream, but I cannot make out what it says.
I think the backend we use here at ESR also just kind of compresses the stream a bit, but
which I'm thankful for.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Wi-Fi, baby. Like to live on the edge.
Yeah, you play random like that. Fortunately, there's no latency involved in that game.
Alright, so we're going to see some fairly standard stuff coming out of Ryuja's side. We're going to clean up the market checks he can do right now. More than likely going to make his way down towards the Long Ranch. Oh, there's a slingshot anyway, we're fine. So
vanilla slingshots is pretty good.
Forget... Is it? It is, yeah.
Yeah.
So forget what the scale does for you right now. That's just inconsequential. There's a slingshot waiting for you when you become a child.
Well, I mean, let's not forget, the scale does help you move around a bit faster.
And if anything, the Frogs one check, which Frogs in the Vein, I believe it's called in the spoiler log, that is in logic as well. So
it still is. Yeah.
Ryuja has already made the play to go river as adult, so has less incentive to go there as child, whereas Brotinderdose made the option, or made the decision to not go there. Actually, wait, ask me again in 5 seconds if Blords goes to river as adult. Nope, okay, so Blord's gonna go to river as child. He's got that luxury afforded to him.
Yeah. More hiking.
I don't believe Ryuja checked where the spawn point for child was.
No, we haven't seen it yet. But it's gonna be marked. It should be marked. That's the funniest option.
So, more than likely going to see Ryuja safe quit out of Long Ranch. At least that's what I would do. You definitely want information about where your spawn point is as child, because there are more logical quirks with child spawn than there are adult spawn. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, you want to play Minuet anyway to get to that song, so you might as well warp first.
I don't know if Ryuja was going for some camera manipulation to make this minigame a bit easier. If he did, I wonder if it just didn't work.
I think he just messed it up, but I do think that was the plan.
Okay, so fire is the light medallion. The Dongo's Cavern is spirit. So shadows are vanilla then?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So that leaves us with Deku Tree. Spirits again? Spirit of water. Oh my god, these are like the absolute typical stones you would ever see in any Season 5 seed. My god, okay. So, just looking at this stone and medallion layout, I can tell you now, something's in Deku Tree.
Yes.
And Kokiri Sword is going to be early, because why would Kokiri Sword be later on? But why would it be early if it was a medallion, right? You gotta make the players suffer a bit. Speaking of suffering, oh my god, please stop freezing on me. I wonder if there's anything I can do my end to stop the clients from freezing. This is
get a wired connection, maybe.
I don't think it's. Whatever. That's by the by. That's something I need to figure out on my own side. Okay, so Brought also, because Brought has Sunsong having gone and got Requiem, Brought does have the option of checking out what's on Richard the Dog.
Yeah. And I imagine he will. It's one of those annoying checks to get without Sunsong, though. Like, it really is. Like, you have to route it in correctly. And if you don't, it's really easy to miss.
So Ryuja has exceeded my expectation and has decided to not play Minuet, not save quit, but option number 3, leave Long Ranch through the front door.
Listen.
And go to Gruta Valley. So I told everyone earlier, hates the valley. I'm so sorry for lying to everybody. He is...
Listen.
Well, I assume this is a place to go to Valley, because I'm not quite sure why you'd make this movement otherwise. But go on, Spell. I mean...
Listen, Melrose. This seed, it's all about hiking, and Ryuja is just living up to the hype of the seed that tells you to go hiking. And also Spirit Temple on the way to Phantom Ganon.
Well, we know it's not there. The strength.
Yeah, so it's probably the hook shot. I would imagine.
Well, probably the bow.
The bow is also very possible, yeah. But I'm gonna say the hook shot because you can go to Child Spirit, right? That's accessible to us right now.
With Minuet, yeah, I suppose, actually.
Yeah.
Also, I'm a liar. Strength can totally be in Spirit Temple, but just on the Child side. Whoops.
It's okay. Man, wait, what happened on Arija's side? I think I have a rollback. He's suddenly in. Wait, what happened there? Did you see that?
So Ryuja's playing on an emulator that has this weird visual bug where every time he pauses, it shows you a scene from one of the houses.
And I guess that part's got, like, I guess just any place with a pre-rendered background, like instead of a 3D environment.
Both streams have started buffering according to chat. They're fine for us, the commentators, so I assume it's a little bug in the... See, it's not just me. Ha!
It's probably fine for me. You, on the other hand, that's up to your internet connection.
Okay, so I'll tell you all guys now. Blort is entering Spirit Temple as Child. Ryuja has gone towards the valley. The crate heart piece is vanilla. He just got a heart piece from that.
Well, he didn't grab it exactly, but yeah.
So Ryuja is now flying over to the waterfall heart piece. It's nighttime. Not quite sure how time of day works out for him. Brotinderdose is in the lobby of Spirit, not the lobby, sorry, but the first room of Spirit Temple. Again, rid of the keys and the Yamos. It's another piece of heart.
And Ocarina of Time to just prelude. I was right. Oh, I love it.
So the hint stone in the valley tells us that the prelude of light is on your Ocarina of Time. So we are not going to have... Oh, and they're freezing for me now as well. So, Jesse, it's on you.
Yeah, don't worry, Melrose. I'm sure I informed them what was on that hint stone. 40 skulls is a piece of heart, and Ryuja's now played Minuet. And what song do we get there? Epona.
I believe it's Epona's song. So
Epona's song.
Yeah.
And now we're just hiking our way over to Kokiri Forest. But what are we going to find in the Spirit Temple? Well, Brotinderdose is opening the first chest, and it's a key. But there's one more chest to get for now.
Well, he's continuing into it, so that means that whatever he peaked is definitely worth grabbing.
It's true, yeah. Might just be a key. I think it was a key, but I don't remember.
Also, I've just realized too that this means Ryuja didn't continue into Lake Hylia to set up Pierre, which is the Scarecrow stuff. So
no, he didn't. Well, I mean, he has Serenade, so why would he? If that's something he wanted to do, he can do that anytime. And
I suppose, yeah.
We're just heading back into Lost Woods to grab... What's it called?
Skull Kid.
He's playing Saria's song, but... Wait, when did he get Saria's song?
That was in London Manch.
Oh, okay. I missed that one.
So we're only a song or time away from having all 6 of the what we call the child songs.
Yeah, but Frogs 2 is dead, so that's not too useful.
Wait, it's all okay. Apparently, it's all vanilla. So Epona's song was in Advance, and Saya's song was in.
Yeah, and Ciel was Ciel, and Storm was on Storms. Oh, look at that hover boots on the.
Do we have visuals on the restream yet? Because I can tell you now, Ryuja. Okay, someone said hover, so yes, we have visuals.
Buffer boots. Oh, butter boots. Sorry. You know what?
Buffer boots.
I think buffer boots is okay too, considering the theme of the stream so far.
You can buffer boot. How you shine it up. More small keys and Child Spirit. We're really heavy on the.
It's the key bonanza here and a small chest. I mean, if this is not a Chio, then we're done here. We're done here.
We're done. A purple rupee for his efforts. Playing Serenade.
Yeah, he's sending up the Scarecrow song, I imagine, and doing the shell checks.
Well, he doesn't know that Lake Hylia is foolish either, so.
Yeah,
that's
No, we're just going for the owl. We're getting out of here.
Some people prefer to walk across the bridges than swim across. Although Brought has decided...
No, we're going for maximum chaos! We're
What was
walking
on the
across a bond bridge, and now we're swimming.
What was on the Desert Arch? I do not recall, honestly.
No, me neither. It's nearly impossible to see on the restream side, because it's just, like, the details aren't high enough sometimes.
I mean, I can tell you now, whatever is on the floor of the lake doesn't matter. It's foolish, but we're going to make it straight over to the Scarecrow.
Yeah, here we are.
I don't believe anything of note was in the Lost Woods other than the hover boots. We're going to get a check of the Storms Grotto. Something that Blort couldn't have done earlier because no Song of Storms at the time.
Yeah. It's
a
small
small
anyway.
chest.
It could be Choose. Choose will be really nice right about now.
So the Iron Boots chest in Ice Cabin has a Hylian shield in it.
But Melrose, a quick question for you. We know that Kakariko is on the way to Dodongo, but we've not seen a bomb bag yet in Kakariko. So, do you think it could be on chickens? I mean, there's not many checks left.
There's no reason why it couldn't be. I would definitely opt to go there.
Yeah, at this point you check it, right? It's like there's no question.
Well, where did we find the scale?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because if I was in Hyrule
I think that was
Field,
in the back cave. I think that was in the back cave of Kakariko.
So there is a path to a bomb bag being in the main.
That is true. Yeah.
That's correct
And,
as well.
I mean,
Broads doesn't know that Lake Hylia is foolish because that was a hintstone further up in river.
Yeah, and he could go to the main right now, and I think that's where he's headed.
And that's true as well. We got Song of Storms in Kakariko, so at one point, both our runners really ought to be going to the bottom of the well. And it's dependent on what items they find whilst they go through all the checks they normally would make. We do have a big chest here in Kokiri Forest, and there is a bottle, and we have Zelda's Lullaby, so I don't want to be that guy, but maybe we should play Requiem and reverse to GTG, because that seems like the best thing to do when you get a bottle.
Why would you do that?
Okay, hear me out.
Okay, I'm hearing you out.
There's a very, very, very good chance Nocturne is chilling in Ice Cabin. Get it? Chilling? Because Kakariko's on the path to Volvagia. That's a hint we just received from the main.
Okay. And it can't hint at the same item, right?
It cannot hint at the same item, no.
But they almost guarantee one of them is a bomb at this point. There's no other way, because both those dungeons require bombs.
Both can't be bombs, but one could be a bomb and the other one can be storms.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, like one of them is almost certainly bombs at this point, right? Like it has to be almost.
Well, whatever leads to bombs, yeah. It could be strength for the bomb bag in Dodongo's cabin. That has been a... We have seen Dodongo's cabin is on the path to King Dodongo before. It is a thing.
Yeah, but I mean, like ultimately, it does lead to a bomb bag for sure at this point. Like there's no other way. I mean, Dodongo's has to.
I'm fairly certain it can't lead to anything else other than a bomb bag.
Yeah, for the Dodongos at least, yeah. But I'm curious then, what would it be for Fire Temple? Since Fire Temple itself is also path to Volvagia.
We'll have to look out for wallets because it could be for the gold tunic. That's a possibility as well.
Logic. I really do.
Well, better start loving it because we do have a hint. There was a hint for the Zord tunic, and I forget where that was hinted.
I didn't see that. I saw it. Fire's on the path to Rova. Well, I mean, oh, Twin Rova. Wait, did I really confuse Volvagia and Twin Rova? Oh man, this is embarrassing. I mean, they're both boring bosses that take too long. It's basically the same thing. Oh, look at that!
There's your scale leading to Bombag. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Good play by Brot. Really reading the logic correctly, I think. And we see Ryuja doing chickens.
Which
I think is defensible.
Totally fine.
Yeah.
I mean, Kakariko's on the path to so many things, and if it's King Dodongo, then you kind of want to get that bomb bag as soon as possible, because whenever King Dodongo's, whenever only a single bomb bag is available to you, that means a lot of stuff is behind that one bomb bag. So you're going to want to get that bomb bag.
No, absolutely.
Lord's just realizing that it's foolish to go to Lake Hylia, but that not having that information probably pushed him to go to Domain earlier than he would have done otherwise, so...
Yeah, I actually think it kind of helped him out. Sometimes information can just mess you up because it just pushes you the wrong way. I've seen people lose like that because they make what is with the information they have the correct play, and it completely makes sense. But it's not what they should be doing, you know? I always get a bit nervous with the chickens when people talk to her. Like I'm like always like, oh no, don't talk too soon.
Also, just a note that the people watching the restream cannot see. On Ryuja's side of where I can see his tracker, he currently doesn't have the scale as something found in Kakariko. It's only Song of Storms and the end goal that is the bomb bag. So Ryuja's going to be going very heavy on the Song of Storms lock stuff.
Oh, did he miss the skill? He didn't write it down because, because Brot does have it written down.
Yep, and Brot has already ticked off that it could be nothing else. It has to be scaled going to bomb bag, so... Yeah,
of course. Makes sense.
Unfortunate lack of information. Oh no, okay, he has literally just put down scale was in Kakariko, so we're saved.
They remembered. They were like,
Thank
wait
goodness.
a second. And we are in the well.
We want to see a good, close race. We don't want to see someone, unfortunately, skipping information that they could have otherwise had and losing the race of those terms. We just want to see both runners give it their best and may the best runner emerge victorious.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate when that's the way you lose. Like, that's the worst way to go out, I think. Especially in a loser's bracket match. Like, if it's winner's bracket, you can at least go like, I still have another chance. But if it happens here, like, it has to really hurt, I think. Also, Wasteland is foolish. What a great hint.
Wait, where was that hint stone?
In the grotto in the river.
Oh, sorry, I just completely missed it then. Whoops.
Yeah, it's okay. Just say you lag. You always have a perfect excuse. You just have
we have all three of our foolish hints at that point. We've got Lake Hylia, Water Temple, and Haunted Wasteland.
Yeah. I mean, Hyrule Castle is just as bad, so...
Not fantastic foolish hints. Lake Hylia definitely helps. Water Temple probably helps, but Stone Water, you're probably not going to be wanting to go there regardless.
Yeah, but it's horrible if there is something there, so it's at least a nice peace of mind to know that you never have to go to that stupid place for stone water. Ooh, big chest. Let's see what it is. Fire arrows.
Yeah, arrows. So even though we know how Kakariko loops back over to King Dodongo, we still need to figure out how it links to Volvagia.
Yeah.
So those fire arrows, it's worth noting. It is worth noting. We're gonna get nighttime Kakariko checks from Brot, and by checks I mean just collecting scores and doing Dampe.
What's worth noting about the fire arrows, Mel?
They are shiny.
He said, like, it's worth noting. I'm like, well, what's worth noting about them?
how they could be relevant to finding whatever we need to be for Vajra. It could still. Oh, I guess.
Wait, how would that make sense? We're in the well. That's not part of Kakariko.
Song of Storms was.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. The hobbits were at the scrub underneath the bridge in Deku Tree, in Lostwood. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
That annoying scrub that's so far out of the way.
So we have a sphere.
It's only where I only like getting that one if I have Sansa. Otherwise, it just feels so bad.
It makes sense why Brought would want to continually catch more skulls.
Yeah.
Thinking about it, there is a school of thought where collecting skulls as aggressively as this just sets you up to fail because there's a lot of time spent collecting skulls along the way of doing progression. Because Brought is within his right to just go straight back out to do DC, right?
Right.
But Kakariko's still way the hero, so he still has an additional
10 and 20
path to fulfill.
Mm-hmm. I think getting these skulls is completely justifiable. They're so quick and it's so dense of them, and you probably want to do it on the way to checking Denpei anyway. So
Bottom of the World does not count as Kakariko. It is its own destination for it as a side dungeon. Yeah. I gotta say, not a lot. Okay, Ryuja is going into this room, so he must have peeked it, and I didn't notice at the time. He did. We have something. Big. What do we have?
That's a big boy. Oh, magic.
Magic. Well...
Those fire arrows.
Yeah.
Now just a bow, we have the complete starter pack.
That is a very nice thing to have.
Yeah, for sure.
And the golden rule is, if you find magic before half an hour, then you're never gonna find Ferora's Wind. But he just squeaked in over 30 minutes, so we are gonna see Ferora's Wind.
Then there was a big chest at the bottom of the well.
And crucially, he doesn't have strength or a bomb bag to reach it. That's
he
so
can't
unfortunate.
Get to it. Yeah, that really sucks. And we're going to get our bomb back. If only they had gone that first. But it is what it is.
Well, it makes complete sense for Ryuja to target the well over the 2 checks you get in domain.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's the wrong call. Doing it the other way around would have been a bit faster, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, you still need strength for its sponge. Because it is in logic with 3 keys and strength, assuming that you drop down and use the bomb flowers. Why am I telling Sponge this? You know about Sponge. You know.
No, Sponge doesn't know that. Come on.
Why am I a feeble Norton tour telling grand finalist Salty Sponge how to play the game? The good thing is we're gonna see what that chest in the basement is not too long after Ryuja peeked it, because Brought is now entering the dungeon for himself. Again, makes complete sense. We have an unfulfilled reason for why Kakariko's way the hero, so...
Yeah, I gotta chase that storm synth.
Gotta chase it. And I am so curious to see if it is the magic. At some point, Ryuja is going to come back for that, because you don't peek a large chest and decide, actually, I'm good.
Well, maybe you would have forsaken it, but not when you have a storm that is hinted as a path to something. That's like not gonna happen at that point, I think.
But in the case of Brought, he does have going back adults and doing Dodongo's Cavern fairly high as an urgent thing he should be doing, but no prelude, Serenade and Sun Song, it's kind of rubbish going back adult now, because you gotta decide, you gotta remember as well, if you go back adult now, the only way you're getting back to Temple of Time quickly is you don't, frankly. There's no quick way back to Temple of Time, so you gotta make your adult stint count.
Yeah. On that note, do we know where the child spawn is yet? Because I don't think we do.
I don't believe we do, no.
I want it to be marketed so badly.
I wanted it to be... What do I want it to be? Now that Prelude is on Ocarina of Time, yeah, I want it to be marketed, actually. So we do have to pay attention to those fire arrows and the magic.
Yeah.
But there is a large chest in the basement.
If that large chest contains a bow, this entire dungeon just has a fire arrow entry starter pack, which you can't use.
Which you cannot use. You can think about it, but don't let anyone catch you uttering those words.
Wait, catch you, Melrose? What are you suggesting? That you should do it if you don't get caught?
Did Ryuja just enter the shop and out again? Probably not. I don't.
No,
I don't.
right.
I looked away and looked back, and he was right next to the door. So I.
It happened to me once by accident. That was horrible. Oh, there's the one back. Alright, Ryuja, you can get out of here
that's
now.
really unfortunate for Ryuja, as mentioned in chat. It's so annoying when you peek something you can't get, and then with the next play you make, you get the item you need to go find that thing. It's
Yeah, it
and
sucks.
no Nocturne. If I were Ryuja, I would be safe quitting here because you might just end up straight back.
Yeah.
Although, actually, with that said, Ryuja came here as adult, and now he has the opportunity to do the frogs in the rain check, which he obviously came up through domain via the Lake Hylia side, so
Yeah. And you
did
can
not
get
pass
some
for his
beans,
child.
just in
You
case.
can get some beans. You won't need them.
Well, you don't know that.
Well, Bolero sucks. Where's Bolero again? Bolero's on the Burning Kakariko song.
The arch, maybe?
Lake
I don't-
Hylia. If something was on the arch, then sure, but Brought probably would have
Yeah, it's true.
upped its them as well.
Get some beans anyway, just because you can.
I don't think it's an awful idea.
Oh, now we're safe warping.
Yeah, let's
This
hope
could
it's
be
in,
this could be bad.
let's
This
hope
could
it's in,
be.
for Ryuja's sake, let's hope it's in Kakariko.
Oh well.
That is atrocious. That is
That is probably the worst outcome.
he's gonna go to market as well. That is a very big decision Ryuja's making.
Yeah, well, we're about to find out if it's a good or a bad decision because Rod will be checking that hint. Oh,
Well,
oh,
not
that-
good or bad
yes.
decision. We'll put it on the is it fortuitous or is it disadvantageous? Disadvantage. Is it not good?
Yes. Worse, they are hard.
Also, Ryuja did not buy beans, so Ryuja has peaked the arch too. So no, that's a complete lie, because he doesn't have Requiem. So that is
No.
an interesting decision to not pick up.
You completely missed, bro. Just like a Giga Chat, just walking over that room, like not even using any hints, just crosses it on his
Of course he
feeling.
did. It's broad. He has the...
What a gamer. Yeah, all the
And
songs
yet-
are vanilla. It's pretty funny. Okay, let's see. What is it? I think it's a bow. It's a strength.
That is so unfortunate.
Well,
That is so
maybe.
unfortunate.
We'll see. We'll see. It could be okay.
Thankfully, Spirit isn't a medallion.
There's more strengths, Melrose. It's okay.
That's what I'm leaning on. Hopefully, there's more strengths for Ryuja to pick up in the future. But if that's not the case, then Brought is in a very healthy position right now.
Yeah.
Very healthy.
I'm not sure. I think I would have gone back into the well. I mean, it's locked behind the storms, which is hinted path. I don't think I would skip that personally, but
Another thing to note, this does rule out strength being why Spirit Temple is way the hero, so we're gonna find either a bow or a hook shot or something along the way too.
I think it's a hook shot personally.
Did I just say Fire
Spirit
Temple's
Temple on
the
the. Sorry?
I misread that hint. What did that hint say? The
I
one that
think
brought...
that's I said Fire Temple on the way to Swimroba.
Oh, I've missed one of my medallions. Whoopsie. Right, so...
Yeah, that strength could be really problematic, Salty Sponge. I completely agree with you. That could be a real downer that leads to something good.
Wait, so Spirit is a... Oh, whoopsie, I've got Spirit and Shadow mixed up as medallions and stones.
Yeah, Shadow is one of the stones.
That's why. Okay, so if someone in chat was like, what the was he on about? I apologize. Yes, we do need more strength than one, so this is actually pretty awful for Ryuja.
It's really bad, yeah. It's pretty terrible. But I'm sure it's going to work out just fine. There's other strengths, okay? I believe. Oh, hi, Tress.
So we do have 40-minute long ranch, which I do not blame Brotinderdose for. I guess there is the option to save quit out of here as well. I'd be kind of, I guess, Sun Song and Serenade. Yeah, I would definitely opt to.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I heard a ping.
You fucked up, Melrose.
I fucked up?
Yeah.
Okay, right now he's deafened, so we can say whatever we want.
He's in chat though. He's listening to the stream.
Just stay calm. He's more.
I'm calm. You're in trouble, not me.
Trez is more afraid of you than you are of Trez. That is the key piece of information.
Oh god.
But just don't run. Just don't run, because if you run, it senses fear.
What, you're saying Trez is a dog?
I'm saying Trez can and could hunt you down and destroy you on the spot.
Oh my god. Jesus. I'm shocked though. I just found out that Brot only just now got his Epona song. 42 minutes in. Oh, that's awesome.
I'm not gonna punch anybody.
No, he's not gonna use his fists.
It's gonna be worse than that.
Melrose, it's your own fault. You said that Spirit was a stone, and Trez is coming to collect his due. No mistakes allowed. This is CSR. We're a professional organization.
Do your worst, Trez. I have the side of anime, and anime will protect me with the power of friendship.
No, this is not MMR. We don't allow mistakes here. This is serious business.
So there's a race going on right now. Ryuja's now just picking up Requiem, having put it off for so long because he opted to not come over to SFM as an adult, opted instead to go straight to River and Kakariko.
Yeah.
On top of that, it's going to get Sun Song. Might feel a little aggrieved that having that time of day would have been good as a child, but...
People have been lying. They said, oh, it's all vanilla, all Charlton are vanilla. No, they're not. Sun Song is not vanilla. Right here.
This is not MMR, no.
No, it's not. I mean, you know, it's easy to make the mistake of confusing one for the other. One day, Melrose, I believe, will get the MMR OoTR crossover rando one day. And that will be the most hype thing of my life. But also hype is this big chest here in the... Oh, it's just it's a Goron tunic, so the wallet's not as important anymore. Hello?
I'm still here. I'm just... Okay. So apparently Trez was in the wrong room this whole time. I'm just reading the volunteer chat.
Hold on. Oh no. We didn't see you, Trez. You're right. We did hear you though.
Very amusing. Okay. Okay.
Very professional streams.
Ryuja is playing Minuet out of here. I'm curious to... This is probably just the quickest way over to Goron City, which I imagine is the next destination of interest to Ryuja. Channel that through into doing the Donga's Cavern. Probably gonna get the song created beforehand as well.
Yeah, those hover boots.
Yeah, when is Ocarina of Time Randomizer gonna have Kong battles so you can select your character?
Wait, sorry, what?
We are discussing a Ocarina of Time and Donkey Kong 64 crossover rando because...
What? Donkey Kong? No! I want MMR.
You get Donkey Kong. We have Majora's Mask at home. It's Donkey Kong Country 64 and you will like it.
Oh! Anything but that game. Oh,
this
man,
family can't afford to keep buying S adapters so you can play your games. We got the Goron Tunic. Okay, but that Goron Tunic is actually very important because with Fire Temple being on the path to... Wait, no, I got my words mixed up.
That's what I said, Melrose. That's what I said.
Something is on the path to Vivagia. It can't be the wallet now. It can't be Goron Tunic, so...
That's what I said. Wow, my Coco is not even listening to me.
Nope.
Don't blame him though. I mean, I only say nonsense most of the time.
Ouch. You know what spell? Sorry, Jesse. I'm gonna... Okay, so... A note for chat. I'm going to continuously call Jesse Spell because Spell was the previous name, and it's just I'm still going through the I'm still adapting to referring to him by his actual name of Jesse.
Can you believe this Go-Kong chat? I said that at the start of the stream that I was Spell, but
and I'm not a great commentator. This is.
I know, that's why I like to put you on the spot. No, that's okay. Don't worry. You can still call me Spell. It's fine. There's a transitionary period until March.
Until March?
Yeah, until March. That's my birthday. Once I'm 30, I never want to be called Spell again, okay?
Oh, okay. So as predicted, Ryuja's making their way over to the Goron City.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? There's so many things here. Like density-wise is a good play, and then you can go over to DC. It's like it just all lines up.
Meanwhile, Blort is still child, which is an interesting decision. I believe Blort, because he did so many other things other than what you would typically do as you first come into your child stint 1. Rather than risk leaving us behind, like for example the hover boots, that's like a oh thank God I stuck around and did this kind of feeling for him. Because Blort was completely within his right to go back adult and go straight to the Dodongo's Cavern because it's progression, it's a dungeon. These are all the things I tick the boxes for. Hey, you should do this.
Hey, look, free shields.
So very good of Blort to make the play to cover his tracks, make sure he didn't orphan anything that was particularly early in the seed. All things like Blort. That strength is so huge. I can't understate just how big it is that Ryuja is going to have to, unfortunately. Because it's definitely looking as though Spirit Temple, like using the silver gauntlets. Oh wait, actually that's a point. With explosives, they can now continue further into Spirit Temple.
Yeah. Oh, big chest.
We have
I'm sure it's going to be a strength. It's a strength. Oh, okay.
It's the last slingshot we have knowledge of. Also, Ryuja isn't doing this, but you can just backflip onto a large chest there. That is some very spicy information. We have
that is very spicy.
Hammer.
Okay, wow, that makes that path to fire. There's a path to fire hands, right? Or path to Voyager, sorry.
Yeah, we could just have the clay check or something. It could be Ruto's letter.
Oh no. It's an interesting seed, that's for sure.
Yeah, Song of Storms led to strength, magic, and fire arrows. I think it's still important to note those fire arrows. The hammer was hinted on a big goal.
What's up there? What's up on the crater?
I was not looking, but we have Nocturne, so.
Choo-choos, apparently.
So we are looking at Song of Time in Ice Cavern.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely possible.
With Water Temple being a stone, this Ice Cavern for the song just doesn't really factor in as a decision at this point, so...
I don't know, I expect the worst out of the seed by now. This seems like a pretty terrible one.
Well, it's looking more and more likely that the bottleneck for both our races here is the Strength 2 to get whatever's in Spirit Temple.
Yeah. For sure.
And for Ryuja, that's incredibly unfortunate. We're gonna get our first look of Fire Temple. I'm guessing it was nothing important, seeing how Ryuja is making his way over towards collecting more bombs.
Yep. And a fairy, maybe. Oh wait, no, he already has a fairy.
Yeah, that's what came in the bottle originally.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave these fairies to roast in the heat. It's fine.
Yeah, fairies, they'll just heal one another, I suppose.
Only one time used though, so... Wait, if a fairy heals another fairy, can they just indefinitely keep healing each other?
I'm fairly sure that's exactly the science behind that, yeah.
No, that's impossible. Like that, that's like a perpetual motion machine. That's impossible.
I think anything is possible in the world of fantasy and...
My physics need to hold up in my fantasy universes.
Well, my advice to you is don't watch Star Wars. You will be very upset.
Don't worry, I don't watch Star Wars. I'm not a fan.
We're gonna get Bomb Chew from Hot Rudder. That is kind of useful. Makes getting
if
some
they have their
stun
uses.
things. It's gonna make Dodongo's cabin quicker for him.
Will
But
it?
I think just quick explosions here and there. If you know some of the tricks, you can.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
I think I can officially declare that Blort has done a very long Choud stint. This is definitely, of all the Choud stints I've watched, this is one of them.
I think the longest I've seen on ZSR was 1 hour long. It just kept going and going.
I do recognize that this is a very tempting play, given that you have explosives and this is Way the Hero.
Yeah.
Half of the hero. My apologies.
Why did they rename it? Way and Path, they're the same thing.
I don't know.
Why did they change it? Just to make it more clear that
That's a very good point, and I've never thought about it, and now you have. I can't stop thinking about it. And
Wait, you've never thought? That was the first thing I thought. I was like, why did they rename it though?
I don't think. That's my problem. I guess with those newly acquired Bomb Tube, there was a trick that Blort maybe could have showed off here, but now I think about it, kind of pointless because we've already activated the crystal to see the chests that come down here, so we won't be seeing that.
Oh, you mean like moving a chew up this thing to hit the switch, right? While you're climbing up.
So there are a series of movements you can make, which is all under the definition of the Vai Chew, because it was discovered or accidentally performed by Vai Karu, in which he dropped some chews on the bottom floor, and it hit a bunch of stuff up here.
Including the switch.
And it's pretty funky. It's exciting to watch as well, but it didn't make sense for Brought. I don't believe we've seen this grotto from Brought. Maybe we have.
Or
we
you
have,
did.
because I recognize. Well, Brought has been up here, but
yeah, no, I get it. I don't think either, Melrose.
so that was a new check. What I'm getting at.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
This torch is in the way. Could you please move aside?
That's
there's
a big chest.
There's a big
Yeah.
chest in. There's two big chests.
It's a
There's
bow!
It's a bow. Okay, so
And a hook shot. That was right.
that's the hook shot. Okay, so that. Right.
Yes. Now we can go to Forest Temple.
So we have information. We now know that the long shot is behind the hook shot, because that is in logic as the only available hook shot.
Yes. Yeah. Now we know. Very good. I'm happy. And now, Bro just needs to go get their bow.
And please don't ask me if that is in logic or not, because I do not want to touch spirit key logic in the slightest. That's not my domain.
Well, no, we don't have strength 2, so it's definitely not on logic.
Because the bow with the fire arrows, yeah, we have fire arrows technically for fire magic. If that was a prerequisite of logic, which I don't know.
Well, without strength 2, it's all pointless, right? It's never in logic without strength 2.
Well, we have 3 keys as child before the lobby, so I think that does put certain stuff into logic. We got a pretty heckin' nice bomb bag just chilling in Dodongo's cabin.
Oh, look.
I expected that. And Blort making the decision to continue up and gonna get the boss key for their efforts.
Yeah,
So-
good decision.
So we the chat and the V-stream, we now know that Forest Temple is available to complete. But what happens first? Does Ryuja find the strength in the well and the hookshot in Spirit Temple, or does Blort find the bow first?
I think Bro gets the bow first,
I'm
because that's
pretty
almost
confident.
certainly that's the next thing he's going to do.
I'm pretty confident in saying that Blort is going to find the bow first, yes, so...
Yeah. Because if Ryuja wants to go child, they have to hike all the way over field again. With a horse this time, it's a bit faster. We do get that small mercy.
Pretty interested to see what we get in Dodongo's cabin. Outside of Dodongo's cabin, I'm trying to think what Ryuja's next play is going to be. I assume going back into Kakariko and doing Kakariko archery should feature pretty high on the list of things to do.
Martin, don't you also need strength 2 though for that to be in logic? Right?
Oh, you're thinking of horseback archery, the shooting gallery, sorry, in Kakariko.
surprise me.
Ryuja showing off a little bit of tech there with the back walk with the hover boots on. You can land directly on the pillar where that chest is. It's a nice little thing.
Yeah.
And the hardest part of that trick is, I hate trying to get to that pillar using hover boots. The camera just does not want to cooperate.
No, it really doesn't. That's the story of OOT in general. The camera does not want to cooperate.
No, that's Majora's Mask. In Ocarina of Time, the camera's your friend. The camera eases you through the level with such grace. Oh, Ryuja!
Ryuja!
That was a moment.
Yeah. Some acrobatics right there. We're being taken to the circus. And brought on his way. To going adult, finally. 56 minutes in.
For Ryuja, I think there's a path for him to go to GTG with what he has. And I'm curious if a decision will be made here to continue sticking around as adults or to go back child and chase that one large chest you saw in the bottom of the well. Bear in mind, you have a path hint. Wait, does he? I don't think Ryuja is aware that Kakariko is also on the path to the other thing.
No, I don't think he is. I think you're right, yeah.
To Volvagia, there we go.
Yeah, I don't think he's aware, you're right. What I'm curious about, and maybe you can elucidate me on this one, but if you look at Ryuja's tracker, why does he have hook shots for Spirit Temple? Is it just like figured it out logically that it has to be there? Well, yeah, he must do because he has the bow.
Yeah, and he knows that. Wait, that's an interesting point. That's just he's making an assumption because either he is confident that strength is in the well for some reason. I'm not sure how you'd come to that conclusion, but as far as Ryuja is concerned, it's either one of strength or it's more likely going to be hookshot.
Yeah, I think so.
Because too much of Spirit Temple logically requires strength too. So I guess it's just a very good estimation on his. Hello, is that Ruto's letter on King
That is
Dodongo?
indeed Ruto's letter.
Interesting. So that what does that do for Ryuja? That he has the tools to rush ice, should he wish to, but I'm fairly sure Ryuja has all the information on hand to know that the song in Ice Cavern doesn't benefit him in the immediate future. So
yeah,
we all know that Ryuja is better suited going child and getting the strength he saw in the bottom of the well, and going to Spirit Temple to get the hook shot that is now available to him. But it's so horrible because you don't have Prelude and you don't have a good spawn point as adult. The temptation here is to stay as adult as long as possible. At least for me, it could be different for Ryuja. I don't want to make assumptions on how he plays.
Yeah, because if it was me, this would be gnawing at the back of my head. I'd be like, oh my god, that chest. Oh my god, that chest. It'd just be constantly on my mind. I would never let it go.
So I like that Bort is pretending he saw a big chest here, because I don't know how anyone can peek this with magic and accurately tell what's over here.
I can do it. Oh, I can do it.
Good thing he did though, because that's true. He also did not have information about the Megaton hammer being where it was.
Yeah.
So actually, that slingshot's actually benefited Bort immensely. Also, Bort is showing off what I was mentioned earlier. You can't just stand on top of a chest and look over.
Yeah. I mean, the way Ryuja did it was faster though, so, take it for what you will. Oh, thank god we at least have Epona. A small blessing.
I think this is a play for GTG.
I think so, yeah. I mean, you have a bow, you have Epona, you can do horse archery, right?
This could also just be South Hyrule on the way to Temple of Time.
We already did stuff. Oh well, we didn't do the bomb blocked ones, I guess. I got a feeling you gotta put yourself in Ryuja's shoes, right? You have your Epona, you have your bow, you have your bombs. You know, you have a lot of the things needed to get into GTG. And you know, you can also do the horseback archer on the way. So why wouldn't you?
But you also have a big chest hanging out. Oh, I think that's Bombchu on top of the volcano.
Yeah, that's what people said in chat earlier.
But you also have that big chest that you know is in the bottom of the well, and it's definitely possibly part of the path of the hint. The path of the hero. Yeah,
Ryuja might just be assuming that it's the magic.
That wouldn't make sense for him, though. Oh no, sorry. Okay, yeah, that's true. He could also, but there's no reason. It's a big chest. You know, there's something in there.
Yeah, and it's locked behind something that's path. So yeah, it's rough. It's rough. It really is. Well, the question now is, what is he going to do after this? Is he going to go GGG or is he going to go child? Because I think that's just two options.
Whatever's in here could decide what he does now. It's okay, never mind. It's not going to make a difference. I think.
Oh, light arrows.
I think he continues up to Temple of Time. Honestly,
No, we'll see.
He could also be making a play for Big Pro. Oh no, Big Post is hinted. Yes, he's turning. He's turning.
It's GTG. What's going on? That sun.
There are 2 suns.
No, 4. It was like split in 4. I think it's a texture alignment issue. It's just this emulator is wacky.
There were 2 suns.
No, 4. It's definitely 4.
So this is just going to compound a problem even further for Ryuja. This is looking incredibly good for Brotinder.
Oh, man. Okay, listen, we have to talk about that. Why do people pronounce his name like Brotinder? It's so funny.
Okay, sorry, Brotinderdose. Yeah, okay, yeah.
I feel so bad for him. It's gotta be so horrible.
So, Broad's name translates from German to bread in a can, and it's a reference to SpongeBob, where I believe Squidward gets super excited because he can buy bread in a can.
Well, those more like a box, but yeah, it's pretty much the same. You can
Ryuja is probably a SpongeBob reference as well. I'm not a connoisseur of SpongeBob, so I can't tell you.
But it's just fun because you are spamming this meme like show this go to help out Brot, but if you actually know the pronunciation, it makes no sense. Because I think it's Brot or something like that.
Yeah, so for my ignorant Anglo-Saxon ass, I look at it and go, bro, Tinder os, then you don't differentiate
Brotinderdose. Brotinderdose.
Well,
in my horrible German pronunciation, but I do know that's kind of how you go with it.
Okay. I am intrigued to see what Ryuja finds over this part of the world map. I really hope for Ryuja's sake it's something that puts him back into the race.
There has to be something here, because otherwise it's not looking too good.
The best case scenario for Ryuja here would be Boomerang.
Yes.
You need a reason to go back child right now, and the sooner he finds a Boomerang, the better.
Absolutely, I completely agree.
The Kokiri sword, maybe? Like, it's
that'd be good too.
Why did Brot fall from there? That's okay. That's curious. Maybe he landed too close to the ledge and Link did a little like pathetic jump instead of the big boy.
That's what it looked like. Yeah.
That's a setup. I've never seen that before.
Really? Yeah. That's the one I know.
He hovered over the platform. Interesting. Okay. Don't climb the ladder. Don't climb the. Okay. Well, they didn't work, so.
Yeah. And he's giving up. So whatever.
For people questioning why I was freaking out about the ladder, there is a known softlock in the game where the cutscene of the eyes being lit up coinciding with you climbing the ladder equals you on the ladder for eternity. You cannot get off the ladder. You are now one with the ladder. You will become ladder. You are ladder. Until you save quit, but until then, you are ladder.
Yeah, I mean, it's only safe quit. It's not the worst thing in the world. Like, there's worse soft locks.
It's pretty well. Season 1 champion ATZ famously did it. I want to say twice in the same. I forget. Oh, it's any cutscene at all. Okay, so if any cutscene conflict where you are on a climbing surface, yeah.
Oh, the gold scale, questionably useful.
Oh, and you can't menu either, so yeah, you are actually hard locked out of...
Oh, okay, never mind. It's hard. What makes that one so nefarious is that it's such an obvious thing you want to do, right? Like you're like, okay, I did my bomb choose. I'm gonna climb this ladder. Gonna be nice and efficient, and just
yeah. You're watching them like, why have you not just climbed the ladder? It makes so much sense.
That's what I thought. On the first time it happened
you go to little Timmy's stream like, no, Timmy, don't climb the ladder. It's too late. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
Let the boy learn.
I looked up a guide on how to do it, and I was like, why is this idiot not climbing the ladder? Man, what a dumbass. I'm way smarter than this guide maker, and then I found out why. Put me in my place right away.
The community can be split into two. One is people who proactively decide to do that, and the people who watched it and realized, I'm going to pretend I always knew to not do that. Okay, it's GTG. Let's hope for Ryuja's sake we have some stuff in here.
This has to be good, otherwise bad.
If there's a strength in here, that's pretty awful as well.
Yeah,
because
that's horrible. Yeah. Look, we want a good race, so it needs to be something good in here. But that's a big chest in the middle at least. Oh, it's a bow. We know that.
Oh yeah, we know this.
Yeah, we know this one. We know this one. The Hindstones have seen fit to bless us with that information.
Okay, so far, not a great amount in here.
No weird antics on the bridge from Brot's side, though.
Shame. It's just keys in the maze. It's all keys.
Oh, keys.
Keys on a bow. That's all it is. No song of... So no song of time. So.
Yeah, that's two keys we just can't get. But there might be something on that ledge. That's the.
Now, if you'd have just rushed Ice Cavern, you wouldn't have to worry. You just open up the shortcut. 2 keys? Nah, fam. I'm coming up through the side door. But...
Oh well. I mean, there's no reason to go into the maze, so you can just use 2 keys anyway.
Well, the big thing right now is you don't know what the freestanding, what would be a freestanding key on the ledge on the right side of the map.
Sure, but you can peek that, and then you can just use 2 keys to go get it. Like, because you don't need to go into the rest of the maze anyway. You already know it's just keys and a bow, so who cares?
Yeah, the information afforded to us is that the Burning Kakariko song is Bolero, and Prelude is on the Song of Time. The Ocarina of Time.
Oh.
The song of the Ocarina.
Yeah?
So yeah, process of elimination. We know where Song of Time is, and it's in an icy cabin, alongside a Hylian shield. Should you wish to pick it up.
All right, Melrose. All right, put down a spoiler log.
It was hinted. Are you kidding me? Put down the gossip hint so you can find it. If I could delete one dungeon and I can't pick ice, which would I delete? The Secret Shrine of Majora's Mask.
It's definitely going to be water temple for me. Just get rid of that shit. God, I hate that dungeon. But I bet everyone's going to say forest.
Ryuja... Okay, cool. Nice. So Ryuja just eyeballed that. That's pretty nice. So you want to get a 45-degree angle and backwalk into where the firewall meets the seam of the wall, and there's enough space there there's enough time and space for you to just creep behind the firewall. Yeah. Ryuja got a first try. Sometimes it's a bit finicky. It takes you a few times here and there.
I like to just eyeball it as well. Usually works for me.
Ryuja telling the door to get out of my life.
Yeah, gotta hop on there.
Excuse me. Okay, so where does Broad go now? Obviously, Forest Temple is a pretty big deal right now, but it looks as though he's interested in doing some stuff along the way. Trying to find a single rupee so that he can afford the archery.
No, I think he's going to check 10 skulls. I think he already did archery.
Oh, wait, seriously?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense because it was right outside the Dungus cabin.
Oh well, never mind. Well, okay, well, never mind. He has lots of gold now.
Big
So.
money.
Lots of gold, rupees. Sorry, we don't deal in gold here.
The way currency is distributed is that you are given a large chunk of currency and you, bit by bit, whittle it away and hand it off.
But this game, most of all, just makes no sense. Apparently, if you destroy a rupee, it just becomes more rupees.
With that said, this is unrelated to Zelda, just a real life thing. The reason why the most valuable coins will have ridges on the side of them is so that you can tell if people have been tampering with the material, like shaving pieces up the coin bit by bit. That's the Kokiri sword!
Damn.
Is it? Am I dumb? Hang on.
I don't know, Mel. I didn't see it. I was listening. I was completely enraptured about your talk when it came to.
Well, trivia can take a back seat. This is big. I think we have a reason. It was a shield. I am dumb.
Oh, damn.
No.
This is tragic. Well, there could still be something here. Come on, there's still one more chance. I believe. For Ryuja's. Oh,
yes.
Ooh.
Let's go. Come on.
Come on.
For Ryuja's sake, let this be something, please.
Oh, okay, mirror shield.
It's something.
That's very good.
It's something. It is something.
Buy some time.
Nocturne, I believe, is a play for Kakri Archery into Temple of Time. I don't know how Ryuja can sustain
He has
sticking
to go
around
back
as.
He knows it. He knows it. At this point, like, what are you gonna do? You know that big chest is there. Logically, you're getting kind of stuck. What else do you have, really?
Well, Ryuja is also equipped in fire arrows. This is something I completely eclipsed my mind as well. So, yep.
Yeah, no, I thought of it.
Makes sense for the magic potentially being way of a hero. Nope, never mind.
At this point, he has to know, right? Like, he has like, okay, this magic is starting to look less and less likely. Rod still collecting skulls. Still has 20 on the back of his mind. Understandably.
Absolutely. Although, if you look at oh no, I'm a doofus. Looking at his personal tracker, I looked at one line of his half pins and it was all sold out. So like, okay, well he's already confident something can be reachable Badger. Incorrect. He just mentioned that the hook shots in Spirit Temple absolutely has to be the item he was looking for. So I'm guessing, was Ryuja already done archery, or did he just did it, didn't he?
Yeah.
I gotta say, no time at all. Brought us in the not the room with the boat chest. That makes way more sense that he's back there and not halfway through the dungeon right now.
No, it's a stealth place, yeah. Okay, but Mel, you were giving us some really interesting Valota facts, and I really wanna know what the ridges.
It's just that the reason why we have ridges on the side of the most prominent coins is because back in ye olden times, coins and currency were like the weight of the material they were made of. So you would catch people shaving off little bits of a coin here and there, and eventually it just got to the point where so many people were shaving bits of coins, it was getting noticeably less and less valuable because material was being taken off. So they decided, let's put something on the side of the coins to make it obvious when it's been tampered with.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I have ridges. And I believe that idea was conceived by a really famous person. I can't remember who. I want to say Benjamin Franklin, maybe? I don't remember. Someone...
Not that famous, then, is he? If you don't remember.
Someone very prominent, put it that way. It could have been like an Isaac Newton character or something.
Okay. Very interesting.
Place your bets in chat. Who invented the concept of putting ridges on the side of a coin?
Wait, hold on. Mr. Carp.
No, there's a... Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, that's bad. The boomerang, though. Melrose, you still have the boomerang. You can still hope for boomerang.
Well, Ryuja is child, and he's making the right plays right now. We just need to...
He needs to go back to well.
Well, the strength doesn't open up a lot to him. Sorry, the hookshot... Oh, no, the hookshot does.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Never mind.
The problem, Melrose. We don't want that.
But the hookshot... The best thing hookshot opens up to you is going to be... sorry, Kokiri Sword. The best thing Kokiri Sword opens up to you is going child again, so...
Yeah.
Well, so...
We are child already, so...
Yeah, Ryuja also showing that if you equip the Hylian Shield and bring out your bomb bag, that first room in Spirit Temple's Child, piece of cake. It is very clean and very quick.
I hate that room. I really do.
Well, you can make it quick with the strats shown to you by Ryuja.
Well, I don't play OTR anymore. I had my moment with Season 5, and then I gave up.
That's correct. Broad did find the Kokiri sword in the map chest of Forest Temple.
Yes. Anyway, apparently, so what Mr. Cart was saying is, sorry, these are Forest Temple facts because Forest Temple is just very boring. We've got to fill the time with something until we see a big
actually,
chest, right?
I think it falls on us to thank Mighty Mouse, who I believe is the tracker as well. So, gone above and beyond the Call of Duty for ZSR. Gifting 5 subs to people. That's so kind of you. Thank you.
That's awesome. But anyway, as Mr. Cart was saying, apparently it's not ye olden days. It was just that the Y is easier to carve with a chisel, but you still pronounce it as the olden days, even back then.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
I believe it was brought over from what the fawn symbol that we still use in Iceland. I believe it's like.
Oh, you mean the P? Yeah,
the
it's
P
like that
with
P
the
and B
still-
combined. Yeah. Yeah, that is literally where that letter comes from.
Part of me wants to say it has roots to that, but yeah.
Yeah, it does. It does. Because that sounds like f, like like that sound.
There we go. So
I know that because I play Crusader Kings 2. And that symbol showed up there many times. I was like, what does that mean? And then I figured it out.
You could have just pretended that you were very smart, but no, you played games and you learned a thing you unintentionally.
No, games unironically make me very smart. I learn a lot through games.
I'm playing the wrong games, Venom.
Yeah.
I play Ocarina of Time all day. That's why I'm going wrong. That's...
No. Listen, Ocarina of Time taught me how to speak English, okay? Like, at least a huge part of it.
That's neat.
I was 4 years old when I first played this as a Dutch kid, and like, I know I've played Ocarina of Time so much as a kid that I can literally memorize all the text pretty much. It's so good. At least like up till you become an adult, because when you become an adult, that was too scary for me. Because like how Hyrule Town gets destroyed and like Ganondorf's tower and stuff becomes like all like shows up and stuff and everything's destroyed and everyone's dead and there's all these re-deads. That upset me a lot as a kid so much. I started crying and turned the console off. And then my mom and I were going to a movie later that day, and it was a very dark, cloudy sky. And you have to imagine in my city, there's this big gray clock tower from a cathedral that looks a lot like Ganon's tower when it's cloudy. And I was like, oh no, Ganon is real! And I could never play the Nintendo 64 again, at least not OOT.
Real life imitates art. And the Ganondorf is for real, and he's lurking in your area.
Yeah.
Real quick, Ryuja's gonna go ahead and have to make a decision what he does with the hooks that he just got, but seeing how you're right, people don't find watching Forest Temple particularly interesting. If the restreamer of this stream, I was trying to find another word for stream, so it didn't rhyme with restreamer. I'm getting carried away. I learned how to pronounce the name before we went live.
It's Rainiel.
Rainiel. I want to throw it over to the restreamer and share with everyone what's going on with ZSR right now, because we are in the midst of a very dense Ocarina of Time dungeon tournament season. But there's more stuff than just Ocarina of Time. There's a whole bunch of stuff. So if you have that on hand and you want to share it with everyone watching, I think now would be a pretty good time for that.
But yeah, this would be a good time too.
Yep, so tomorrow at 3:20 Eastern, we have another losers bracket race between Skyward and Cola. At 10 p.m., we have a Zelda 2 randomizer weekly race. And Wednesday, we have several races coming up. We have, at 1:50, winners bracket, round 3, G-Skate versus Say. We have 7:20, we have Dylan Meeble versus Check Rays, and we have that's on Thursday. We have Gogeta versus Alexis. So a lot of races coming up. This has been a very, very exciting bracket so far, and we're excited to see where it all goes, because a lot of really strong racers still left in the race, and a lot of these bracket races left to go as well. I
believe there's also a vanilla game lockout bingo tournament in the works right now, or it's actually
Yes.
ongoing?
Yeah, the previous round of the Lockout Bingo tournament just finished not too long before this race started, and oh yeah, that's and so I don't know when the next one is scheduled, but there should be another one of those this week.
Okay, cool. Thank you. We have some delightful news to share with everybody. It looks as though Ryuja will be going back to the well
Yeah, I mean,
to get the strength that they've inadvertently been leaving behind this whole time.
I mean,
So
it
this
makes,
is...
yeah.
Go on.
No, I mean, it
I was
makes a
gonna
lot of
say, this is
sense. Like,
super
you just
good
know
because the only... And the only thing Ryuja has done outside to getting the strength from following Bort's trail is the GTG, where he did pick up the mirror shield, so...
Not a wasted effort at all. You have to go there eventually, but you can get it very quickly if all you need is the mirror shield.
I'm surprised that Ryuja... oh, actually, I suppose you're only now just collecting the gold skulls here. This is going to boost your numbers up a little bit, but I'm surprised with Kakariko Wave the Hero twice over and not having both things fulfilled for you so far. To be this low on gold skulls, I think is a purposefully made choice. The board decided it's something worth investing in early.
Right.
Whereas I believe Ryuja tried his utmost to stick around and do progression and collect scores along the way, and now it's just getting to the point where it's you can't avoid it for too much longer. You're low on checks, you're low on areas, you need to find this item that's locking the seed up for you.
Yeah.
Fortunately, that's going to be the strength that's in the well, but with that said, other than the Kokiri sword, has Forest Temple opened up anything else?
No, not as far as I'm aware. Not yet, at least. There'll be more in here. But I think that cookie sword by itself is really pretty interesting. I mean, Dekochi is so dense, right? So it's interesting enough.
If you're the kind of person, I mean, if you're the kind of person that likes to chase behind the item that is in logic the first item you're supposed to find, and make the assumption that there's a lot of items behind that one item because that's the only one available, then hookshot leading to the Kokiri sword would tell me that Dekochi is definitely worth pursuing because even if it's just only the long shot, there's probably something else in there. Or maybe the long shot does lead you to something. It's something to think about.
It is.
And the reason I think about it too much is why I sit here as a commentator and not racing in the tournament. Most likely.
Listen, Melrose, you gotta get into the commentator mindset. I live vicariously through the runners, okay? I don't run OoTR because, you know, I can have disappointing moments through people like Ryuja instead. I'm like, hey, oh no. Because this would happen to me. This would happen to me, okay?
Need I remind you, if you look over to Broad, the file name is literally me, so I don't need to play vicariously. I am playing.
That's true. That's very true.
We have a bet in chat. Where is the trade quest item? Why are we specifically asking for the trade quest item? Because Begoan crafts the Megaton hammer.
Indeed. Well, where is it?
We don't know where it is. It's more than likely going to be behind something we found in Kakariko, for it is on the path to Volvagia.
I'm going to say it's an ice cavern.
I'm going to say it's in Shadow Temple.
Wow, I thought I was hoping for maximum chaos.
It makes sense with the magic, and we're only Dinspire away from actually being able to enter there. And there's a lot of checks there. That's my assumption. I'm making it. I'm not going to do exclamation point bet for some reason, because I'm lazy and my hands are too far away from my keyboard.
That's fair.
So if someone could bet Shadow Temple for me, that'd be great.
Well, I'm sorry, Diraki, but Water Temple is out of the question. That's completely barren. I just realized both Lake Hylia and the Water Temple are barren. Like the entire area of the game, which is the worst area of the game, which is completely useless.
Which means Pierre has something, obviously.
Well, we spawn there, so it's at least very easy to get, right?
At the very least, we have Serenade in the spawn there, yes.
Yeah.
Right, so Brought, you imagine. I think there's a solid reason for Brought to go into South Hyrule and get the grottos along the way there. But do you continue over to GTG, or do you decide to go Child and chase whatever's in Deku Tree if you think something is there?
I would chase Deku Tree personally.
We have Ryuja now chasing. So, from where we're sat, Ryuja is pretty much a full forest temple behind Brought.
Yeah.
And the only thing that Ryuja has over Brought is the mirror shield he found in GTG.
Yes.
Not particularly deep in GTG, it was behind the Beamos chest.
Yeah, so basically right at the start, depending on what way you go. Yeah, it's not great, but the way I like to think about it is potential time, right? So if Rod's going to go there, there's a good chance he'll clear all of GTG because it's unhinted. So there's a good chance that eventually Brot will make up all of that lost time anyway. What Ryuja really lost time on, I feel, is just the fact that he did a lot of things he didn't have to do because he missed the strength.
It was
like all the hiking and stuff. I mean,
yeah, the decision to leave behind the check in the well and pray that it's not useful. It's just, unfortunately for him, it's stung him in the worst way possible.
Yeah, but I can get it because if you go for it, then you have to do a lot of hiking to go get it again. Whereas you might as well think, well, you know, I can also just make a bet that it's not there. You know,
that's the other problem for him as well. Like the warp songs and the spawns just were not intuitive for.
Exactly. Like, yeah, you have to do a lot of hiking to get to there. Like, there's not a quick, easy way to get back to the well. That's the real issue. But you know, one person leaves, the other goes in. It's the revolving door of Forest Temple. There was nothing here except the sword.
The Kokiri sword is the only thing. Now, later on when the race is finished, I'm going to be intrigued to ask Blort how his decision making was between going Child and doing Deku Tree or going to GTG, because right now I don't see any reason why you should value one over the other.
Yeah, it's definitely a coin toss. And if he does decide to go GTG, that makes up a lot of lost time for Ryuja. If he goes to Deku Tree, potentially that could just be more gaining, you know?
I believe that's the first mention of the Skull Mask being foolish.
Yeah, I think so. If it showed up, yeah, because Ryuja doesn't have the hint yet.
We've seen it before. Oh yeah, Blort has hinted. Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay. We did see it before, apparently.
Blort has he got 20 skulls? That's what his tracker says.
Yeah, he has 20.
So this makes sense as well. You know Kakariko's Way of a Hero, and so far the items you have from there haven't led you to the eventual goal of what the path is trying to give to you. So I can understand too why rushing 20 skulls is particularly big. Also, I don't remember if Blort made the play to do chickens, if that was something that Ryuja did early on, or Blort. I forgot who did it, but someone did.
Also, my apology, he doesn't have 20, he has 18, but he's gonna have 20 very soon. Yeah. He's collecting them right now. I think the last one he's gonna get is the one in Kakariko by the roof.
Yeah. That's correct. The strength that Ryuja found is the one that Blort found in the well.
Yes, they found the same strength. The only strength, as far as we are aware, that's available right now. So I think there's a really high chance that strength 2 is in Deku Tree, personally.
Sorry. I'm intrigued to see what 20 Skulls has to offer.
Yeah.
Because if it's nothing, then I believe I'm correct in saying we've seen everything that Kakariko has to offer.
Yes, we have seen chickens, and we have seen every other check as well.
And the song doesn't concern us because that is hinted individually, so that cannot be the item hinted further on in the path hints. Which is a little quirk of the hint system in this game that people who casually watch races of this might not be familiar with. Way of a Hero hints and Way of a Hero hints cannot directly point to something that has previously been hinted in another hint. Specifically the sometimes hints and the always hints. By
Right.
those, there's sometimes hints being the ones that select from a pool of checks that are not awfully obnoxious, but obnoxious enough to make you not want to pursue it straight away. And the always hints, which are most definitely the obnoxious ones that you want to know about. For example, does the Big Owen have the hammer? That's pretty big information you'd want to find out early on. But yeah, for example, with the case of Big Owen crafting the hammer, if we get a hint saying that Death Mountain Trail is Way of the Hero, it cannot be for the hammer because the hammer has already been hinted in a separate hint.
Yeah, I think an easier way of explaining it personally is just to say that hints are like exclusive to what they point to. Two hints can never point towards the same thing. Like if you have two hints and you're like, well, okay, so one of which items is which, it can never be the same item. That's basically what it comes down to. So if you have two DMT hints, they're never going to point to the same item.
So nothing was on 20 skulls. So that leaves us with Magic, Song of Storms, Strength 1, and Fire Arrows in terms of things that can lead us to whatever we need in Fire Temple. To beat Volvagia, more specifically. And that's correct, Ryuja. So I read that as Ryuja because, yeah, okay, Ryuja did get the same strength. And yes, welcome people from Zelda Speedruns 2. I am not aware of what you were streaming. Actually, I believe that was the Lockout tournament, wasn't it? The Lockout Bingo? Hopefully it is, because if it is, I don't need to explain Ocarina of Time to you. You've been there, you've lived it, you've experienced it. But have you experienced the randomness?
I'm pretty sure most people that will be on CSR have experienced OOT before, Melrose. I think we're okay.
Yeah. I'm sure if you're more involved with the vanilla game, you're probably really sick of people talking about Randomizer. That's my perception.
Yeah, I imagine they... Do you think so? Do you think there's like some kind of rivalry or like a small sense of spite towards the Randomizer?
Not rivalry, but I imagine that whenever the vanilla game is being used for a race on ZSR, some smart person will, oh my god, hook shots on the Dampe race? Is this even rando? And post Kappa and then run away, and everyone's just like, oh, it's them again.
Yeah, I like to imagine they do that. And it would definitely not be me.
Wow, there's a hint. That's a hint. Zora's domain is on the path to Baronade, but that's where we got our bomb bag.
Ooh, wait, that has to be King Zora. I'm freezing. King Zora has to be.
No, it could just be that something is bomb locked. In which case, I'm pretty sure the letter, because that's on King Dodongo. So maybe. Never mind. That's not hype at all. That's something that we could have easily just quietly said to one another and not shout. Bit of a wasted hint.
Don't worry, Melrose. It's all good.
I guess the one thing it does tell you is that if you do find another bomb bag that's not bomb locked, you can begin to feel a bit nervous.
Oh, okay.
Because King Zora? Could you imagine King Zora, the boss of Dodongo's cabinet?
No, I can't actually imagine that. That would be really strange. Will be more challenging though, for sure. I don't think you can make it easier, boss, than King Dodongo. Like, you gotta remember, King Dodongo is a boss so incompetent he defeats himself by rolling into the lava.
That is true. Who would win between a fight for King Dodongo and King Zora? Well, King Zora, because King Zora wins by doing absolutely nothing.
Exactly. It just slowly moves from side to side.
Yeah. The jukes.
The jukes.
So of course, there's some mention about chickens in chat. To Broad's knowledge, we have not fulfilled one of his Kakariko Way the Hero hints yet.
Yeah.
So this is a play for that.
But wait, hold on. What is that other Kakariko of the Hero anyway?
It's to Volvagia. Oh, you mean the initial one we've already figured out?
Yeah, no. I mean, like, he knows, right? Surely. He must be able to figure it out by now.
Figure what out?
Well, but, like, it can't be chickens at this point, surely.
It could be.
Wait.
It could. It could
I
be
guess.
claim check on chickens. There's no reason why.
Oh yeah. For him, that's true. You're right. Sorry, chat. Just ignore me. They just put me on, like, this is Melrose's first OOTR stream CSR, by the way. Yay, it's very exciting. But they just put me here to make Melrose look really smart because I'm really stupid.
And being the good co-commentator I am, I should be supporting of Jesse for being just as good. So anyway, Ryuja's in Forest Temple. He's slowly catching up to Brought. He's probably going to make another play for... I'm not too sure what Ryuja does. Probably... Someone has to go Deku Tree soon, right?
Ryuja will go Deku Tree, without a doubt.
Because Brought is child, but just decision between Deku Tree and... I don't my shield flicking. It's information. But this is gonna be the path towards the Deku Tree for Brought, and Ryuja, honestly, I don't think is that far behind. This is...
We're about more than halfway through.
Yeah, we're not... This is fine. This is fine. But Ryuja also has, like, incremental time loss because he's still gonna be collecting skulls. I assume Ryuja's gonna continue collecting skulls. It'd be kind of bizarre if he didn't.
Yeah, but at this point we know for sure, right, that the trading chest, the trading game, sorry, has to start in either the Deku Tree or in the Ice Cavern, right? Like, there's not really any other locations left where it could be.
We don't have a lot. It could be Din's Fire or somewhere. Like, I do not believe we have a hint for 30. We do. Never mind. Okay, so
yeah, 30, 40, 50-year-old just dead.
There is still the potential for Din's Fire to be somewhere pretty awful, and Shadow Temple just unlocks the seed for you.
Yeah. Silver gauntlets in Deku Tree push brought towards GTG. That's true. We never saw the iron gauntlets locked chests in GTG, which I think are all items.
Fortunately, we couldn't see a lot. The maze was pretty heavy on the keys.
Yeah, and we found quite a few keys outside of the maze too, so I don't think there's much left there. Like that part of the dungeon, I think, is just all small chests or big chests. Probably small chests, let's be real. Oh, there's a big chest! In the Deku Tree. It's just a map. I'm just kidding, it's a lens. Oh, we can do a chess minigame now, Melrose.
Yeah. Because we have logical access to Requiem of Spirit, the lens has no implications on getting over to the wasteland. Or getting across the wasteland, sorry. Also, something I just learned the other day, you saw Brought side hop immediately after, like, getting towards the skull to activate the cutscene where he runs away. Big chest, by the way.
Yeah.
It's actually quicker to just stand as close as you can towards the scrub because it takes less time to go off screen.
I knew it! I always had that feeling. I was like, oh, this has to be slower. And now, you have finally... Wow, what the heck's going on there? On Ryuja's side.
The camera, I think, just played up with his walking, because it looks as though he climbed the ledge when there's obviously no reason whatsoever to be climbing that ledge.
Yeah. Now, this Deku Tree is trolling us so far, for items. So, you know, we can do chess mini game. Could be there. Caught me. I always remember that stream of you where you were like doing 1 and 32, but you were just too lazy to go find the lens. It took like 70 tries.
I mean, the funny thing about you saying that is that's happened more than once, so I don't know which one you're referring to.
There were light arrows on it. Maybe that.
Which I think says more about me than it does. Like, I should ponder that when the stream is finished. I don't see any big chests in here.
Yeah, me neither. It's almost like we're looking at the same thing, Melrose. Oh, the bomb's trapped.
Yeah, if you throw the bomb underneath it in such a way, when the Skulltula drops, it makes contact with the bomb model and it explodes on impact. It can be pretty funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but obviously the more efficient way is to throw a Deku Nut and stun it and just roll underneath
Efficiency is one. I've always wanted to do a tournament where you don't get like graded on like how fast you are, but on how stylish you are, just how cool you look doing it.
You mean like the bonus mode of Melee? Is that what it's called? What's it called?
I don't know what it's called. I don't watch Melee, but yeah, something like that. It's just like, you know, all the stuff, like bouncing bombs off the wall, killing an enemy in a cool way, just doing all the unnecessary, slower tricks that just look cool.
Well, you know what? So you've never played... So there's a mode in Melee where the winner of the the brawl, the melee, whatever, is decided by. I was just wondering what Brawl was doing. So you just wait for the Deku Scrub to return to you rather than go chase it. That's pretty clever. So hello, Alexander. How are you doing?
More raiders.
Thank you for choosing ZSR as your raid destination. It is just called bonus mode. Okay.
Okay. I think I know what it is actually. Now that you mentioned it.
Was like you lost points for like spamming the same move over and over again, but like you gained points because you were the one person in the fight who used the Mr. Saturn weapon the most, or things like little dumb things like that. And some of them like references to the games, which are pretty cool.
Or like juggle someone in the air, I guess, also gets you points. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's what I want to do with OTR though. You know, just see how cool people can look clearing the seats. Because you can. Oh, look at that! Didn't I call it Melrose?
Oh my god! Okay, so the eyeball fog is on Queen Goma. That is in logic because we have access to handing in the letter and.
Oh, why didn't she? Why does she have a frog? What the fuck? Weird. Oh, this is good. This is really good for bots.
That's no thing for Damon Pusher.
Oh no.
That's right, you can't. I mean, save warping for Broad doesn't do much anyway because the spawns are awful.
Yeah,
frankly. So they're just terrible. So
at least it resets time of day by doing that control.
So one thing I want to point out about the fact we have the eyeball frog. Okay. Well, look over to the Ryuja side. We're witnessing the one cycle.
Speaking of the cool way of doing things, that is completely unnecessary.
Very nicely done by Ryuja. That is not easy, That's very good from him.
That's mechanically very demanding.
I could get into why that works. Okay, so I was mentioning one other thing about the eyeball frog. We do have to hike across Hyrule Field. There is a trick to warp over to the Death Mountain crater and suspend the timer for the trade item by overlapping it with the timer for being in a hot area without the Gorn Tunic. And then you exit the crater and you have like the time it takes for the timer to flash up in the middle of the screen and go to the top left. So less than a second. That's the time you have to walk over to Big Oran and hand him over the eye drops.
Right. Yeah. For people wondering what he's doing right now, it makes perfect sense. You need to unfreeze King Zora before you can start the trading minigame. So he has to turn in the letter, I think, for one.
You need to unfreeze King Zora and hand him over.
You don't need to turn in the. You don't need to turn in the letter to unfreeze King Zora at all. What am I talking about? Why is he doing?
You don't have to, but like if you don't do this, then you need to save warp out of Ice Cavern to get back to. Like it's just easy. This is the right thing to do. I just can't form my words correctly to.
Yeah.
By doing this, he can walk out of Ice Cavern and go straight to King Zora instead of having to warp away from Ice Cavern and make his way back to King Zora.
I knew that. I was just testing to make sure you knew that, of course. Gotta make sure you're sharp, no one knows. I knew that, obviously.
Alright, so Ryuja is... Which way are you gonna go? I assume back towards Market to go back Child to chase the Deku Sword? The Kokiri Sword.
Deku Sword. I mean, it might as well be called that, honestly. The Kokiri Shield, the Deku Sword, why not? Why is it called the Kokiri Sword anyway, when it's clearly a dagger? That really annoys me.
I mean, for a kid, it's a sword.
Yeah, but kids shouldn't have weapons. That's really messed up when you think about it. This is a sword made for a child. Think about that.
You put a stick in a child's hand, that's a sword.
Listen. Think about this for a moment. That sword was made by a smith for a child. That's like that's making a gun for a child. If you think about it, it's fucked up. The Kokiri endorse child soldiers. That's just how it is.
I wonder what else I can say in parts of Ryuja. Ryuja is pretty much on the treading the same footprints that Blort has left behind for himself as well. Don't save, don't quit. Okay. Oh, okay. I got a little worried there. It's
Oh no. I don't recommend doing that.
Hang on, I'm thinking of the prescription.
Yeah. I was like, what are you worried about? The frog doesn't expire when you save warp, right?
The frog does, but the whole time I was talking about you need to move King Zora to like get access to him. No, like that's just a prescription. I'm sorry, everybody. Okay, so for the eyeball frog, yeah, you just go to the lab and hand over the eyeball frog. I was stuck in thinking they had the prescription instead of the eyeball frog. So,
but then I'm really confused. Why did he do that?
I don't know.
You don't know either.
Is the answer to that? I'm afraid I don't know.
Oh, look how excited that old man is. Oh, wow. So hyped for a frog. He's never seen a frog in his life before. Well, at least not in a long time, as he says.
Yeah, when you live next to a lake, that's like the only significant body of water in Hyrule. You don't see many aquatic life.
Yeah, true. Yeah, so, yeah, what Mel said... Oh, he's not warping. I thought he might warp to the Death Mountain Crate to show off what you meant. Because the timer of the mountain overrides it, right? But you can't do that, the timer's already running, I think? Wait, what's the... I don't remember. It doesn't matter, he's mounting up. We're going fast.
Real quick, on the side of Ryuja, we have a dip into Child-Born City, which we have seen from Brotinderdose, but this makes sense. Deku Tree isn't a required dungeon as far as you're aware, so...
Yeah.
What difference does it make if it's in Golden City or if it's in Deku Tree? The biggest one being density of checks.
Uh-huh. Yep.
But if there's... I guess there's reason for Ryuja to value these over... Going back over to... Okay, Blort is combining some checks along Hyrule Field, along with...
plenty of time.
So. Yeah, but this is something I think in the past when I've had to traverse Hyrule Field and I have some checks to do along the way, I'm thinking, how far can I push this? How many checks can I combine before we're really pushing it?
I think 2. I think 2 grottos is about the most you're gonna get out of it.
Because you don't quite realize how much time, especially if you hand in a prescription to King Zora and then you leave and you go down the river, like a minute passes by in that alone, so you begin to panic. This does mean that Brot is going to get the light arrow, so very nicely.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking. That's what I was going to say, because I was like, you know, Ryuja has the light arrows and that could still, like, you know, make a difference later. But
That's
not anymore.
True.
Yeah, not anymore. Maximum efficiency here from the German
And I guess
player.
with the save, I guess with Serenade and the save spawn for where it is, it wouldn't have been the worst item to find.
Did you see him jumping over that fence? That always scares the shit out of me. That fence is weird, man. Like that fence, whether it will let you jump over it or not, it's like it's 50-50 as far as I can tell.
So anyone who's played Majora's Mask will tell you that Epona and Ocarina of Time is garbage in terms of mechanics and controlling.
So bad.
That's one place to park your car, I suppose. People look in the...
Well, it's about the right size, actually. I think it's perfect. Looks very cinematic, too.
And you don't know where your car is, you think, oh, just look up. There it is.
It's on the most obvious, like you know, place that will draw your eye in. Yeah, I hate Epona. It's one of the major things I dislike about OOT. I think it's a nearly perfect game, but Epona is just awful. Fortunately, you don't use her much.
I think only because Majora's Mask exists, but I have a problem with Epona. I think if Epona in that game didn't exist, then I'd give it a pass in this game because, hey, it's early days.
No, I never did. It always controlled like crap.
Wow. A 4-year-old Jesse complaining about this horse doesn't
Yeah, no,
handle
I hate it.
horses.
Oh no, you should have heard me as a 4-year-old. I hated that stupid horse. It was so bad.
Oh, okay, that lens is actually something... Sorry to cut you off with what is obviously a very traumatic story from your childhood. We'll get into that eventually. There's obviously a lot to unpack, and I don't want to leave it hanging, but... One thing that Ryuja could do, actually, that Brot didn't, was chess minigame. Brot...
Oh my god, I said chess minigame. Wow. I feel so ignored. Rod, no! Rod, no!
What happened?
Like this?
My stream froze as you said that.
Oh, he jumped over before dropping the bomb like onto that rock, so he can't get onto that ledge.
Oh, okay.
And now he has 50 seconds left to make it up there.
Die.
47, and now he's starting to climb.
This is not gonna make it. You need some very precise hook shotting here, I think.
I think it's still it's definitely doable for sure. Just no, it doesn't take 30 minutes to climb up this wall. Seconds.
Well, it takes like 10 seconds to climb the ladder inside Crater.
Yeah, so and this is shorter than the ladder.
And there's a tech tyke here who loves to ruin your day. I'm
Here it
nervous.
comes. Whoop, whoop. Okay, he's fine. He's totally
Oh,
fine.
okay.
With time to spare, it was not even an issue. I don't know why you were so nervous.
Because my stream froze and I couldn't witness it happening. But yeah, all that took was for the Sculpturist to mess him up and the tech tyke messing him around. That
Yeah. Imagine we got knocked off by the tech tide or something. Oh no. Look at that, it's a claim check.
But I've never seen someone go via that way. It's always been through Gorn City into Crater.
I think this is faster, surely.
I want to time it. I mean, there's more variance because of the Sculptures and the
That's true. That's true.
tech type.
This is the Giga Chat way. This is the way for the people who like to take risks. There's more that can go wrong. Why not True Forest? Well, I mean, that seems like it would take way longer, surely.
So we're most likely gonna find Strength 2 in Fire Temple, given that Fire Temple is the path to Twin Rover.
Forest warp is faster? Yeah, but I don't think we can warp, surely.
No, that would be a huge problem if you tried
Yeah, that would be a bad idea, because then we have to do Ice Cavern. I don't know. Is that faster True Forest? I'm not sure. I can see what he means, like, you know, taking the horse to the Cookie Forest and going through those woods. Is that faster? I feel... Yeah, that's probably faster now that I think about it. Still have to go to Kakariko and then on Death Mountain Trail. I would argue it's faster. For sure it is. Yeah, I think you are. I think you're right, Master Alex. But if Brot did that, we wouldn't have gotten that exciting part where he got stuck on the rock and the ledge and all of that stuff. This was way more entertaining to the screen. Brot's a crowd pleaser. He knows what he wants. Are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm just watching intently.
Okay, so on Epona, right? You know, like when you go to Gerudo Valley, you need to walk up that log.
I'd
As
call
a
it a
kid?
plank. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a log.
Oh,
cut
this
in
is
half.
to do with your story. Sorry, I won't cut you off now. You have to report to yourself.
Okay. As a kid, I could never make it over that log plank thing. Okay, I could never do it. And then finally, when I got over it, you know, you have to like run towards the bridge in Epona and make like enough speed so you can like jump over it. But where it slopes down towards the bridge, Epona always gets stuck for me. And for the longest time, I just thought it was impossible to cross the bridge. And I got stuck off that. I could never finish the game as a kid because of that. Because Epona is so fucking shit. It's a shit horse. So yeah, I hate Epona. I've always hated
got further than me. I got stuck in Water Temple. Like I could not figure out that temple at all.
Oh yeah, I never realized you could use water, like the long shot to just get over the bridge instead.
Yeah, me neither. I always use Epona too.
Yeah, people at school always told me, "Oh, you have to use Epona." I was like, "Okay, I tried it. I could never make it work. The horse would just randomly stop and like go crazy and hitting and shit." And I was like, "Okay, well this is impossible." And then I quit. Never played anymore. That's as far as I got. I only finished it as an adult.
See, none of my friends at school played games, so whenever I had the game to play myself,
I went to special education, so everyone played games. That was the best part about going to special ed, even though I didn't belong there. It was all nerds all the way, all social outcasts. It was great.
So we're gonna see Ryuja going on over, pretty much mimic the same. So we didn't see treasure chest minigame, did we, from Ryuja?
Oh, Ryuja, where are we going? Oh, okay, we're just going.
The hand in the eyeball before I get. But oh, still up here as well. Clever, yeah.
Yeah.
Did we see that from Brot?
Yeah, brother set it up.
Okay, good.
But I don't think he did it as an adult. I think he set it up as a child, but I don't think he ever went back as an adult. I might be wrong though. Maybe he did do it, and I just forgot.
That would be unfortunate.
Apparently the music on Grot's side is really good.
He rocks the custom music options you can put into Randomizer.
Oh god, what song is this again? I remember. Oh, this is the song from Majora's Mask, right? From the... Oh, that's the combat music. Never mind. The combat music is the song from Majora's Mask in the town hall.
I do not have his audio up, so I am not listening to anything. The only sweet sounds I'm listening to are the ones coming out of your mouth, Jesse.
Oh Jesus!
That
I'm
was
so
a
sorry,
sentence that
Melrose.
sounded better in my head than it did out loud. I'll admit that.
I'm so sorry for you, Melrose, that I have to subject you to my terrible Dutch accent. Cat's loving it. All the jammers are coming out.
What, the Dutch accent or the song?
Yes. It's the combination of both, I'm sure, that makes it so good.
So, Ryuja is looking for Epona. Epona's nowhere to be seen.
Oh, T-Greg versus F-Greg.
Yeah, it's difficult to commentate in this as a race because we have one person identically doing what the other person has done. So
Yeah,
this is gonna be very heavy on commentating on the side of Broad. So I
Yes.
apologize to people in here who want this to be a bit more unbiased, but there's not a lot we can talk about beyond
Alright, this is
the
where I
checks
step
and the
in.
items that Broad can do.
This is where I step in as the more experienced commentator and tell you that at this point in the stream, people don't expect commentary anymore, they expect me to start talking about food. It's a thing. It's a thing.
Shame we're
Every
not gonna
time,
get that, and it's
every time I commentate, the discussion will eventually derail into food.
Broad is having a lot of issues with this ground jump, dropping bomb shenanigans thing. So what he was opting to do was, for those who are unaware about what a ground jump is, I don't know if we've been referencing it much at all during this race, but a ground jump is a glitch. It's allowed in this rule set, which is otherwise glitchless, because for every ground jump you can perform, there's an otherwise really obnoxious and tedious glitchless jump set up for it. It is the act of storing vertical movement by dropping a bomb, making some inputs, and then you are in a state where if you side hop or attempt to backflip, instead you just shoot up vertically. And that allows you to reach places you otherwise aren't supposed to reach and do things you otherwise aren't supposed to do. Which is why Blort was able to clear that room without
Pushing the block, yeah.
pushing the block, yeah. So Ryuja is showing you the way I would hand in the eye drops from here.
Yeah, look how much faster this is.
Well, also Ryuja didn't do the South High.
Well, yeah, but
check.
even if you subtract like that minute, because it wasn't even a minute, but let's
quick, yeah.
yeah, like just let's call it a minute, right? The two caves, which it wasn't. It was shorter than that, but even then.
Does anyone here know what would happen if you walked into here with the eye drops without wearing the Goron tunic? Would it do that weird thing I mentioned earlier where...
No, because I think this timer has precedence over the other
Okay.
one. This one is up already, so it will be the one that shows, I think.
So it's
Whereas-
no, it is specifically the warp that messes things up rather than like the entering the area.
Oh no, the heat timer wins apparently, the chat. Okay, well there you go.
Do you
But then
keep
what?
the-
Oh, yeah, that's.
So
now
I'm
I
guessing
know.
it's... Well, because you warped, that's why the timer for the eye drops goes to 0. But the game doesn't show you the heat timer. It shows... it doesn't show you the eye drops timer. It shows you the heat timer instead.
But what happens with the timer then in the meantime? Like, does it just freeze in time? Like, does it just not go anywhere?
I'm sure there's a green room for the code of Ocarina of Time where you can just chill and wait until you're called out.
Oh, the timer just drops. I see. Okay. There's not enough
yeah,
memory to keep track of 2 timers in this game.
Obviously not, no. But yeah, it will immediately just go to 1 second. Actually, I want to... Is it 1 or is it 0? I forget. It's not a lot
It goes
of time.
to 1. It goes to
Okay.
1. Yeah. Otherwise, you would immediately void out, and the trick you mentioned would be impossible completely.
Well, no, because the timer only stops decreasing when it goes to the top left. Because there's an animation of a timer going from the middle of the screen up to the top left.
No. 99.8 memory strikes again. It's just I don't think they ever realized it was going to be necessary, and many of these old games like have dedicated areas for the memory where they always put that stuff. Like like it's very like set in stone, like it's not allocated on demand. So it's just like, okay, we only ever need one timer. There's never going to be a situation where we need 2 timers. They just never thought it was possible, so they never like set some memory for it.
Do you know what? It's their error for not anticipating that 20 years after the release of the game, there would be a small knit community with new technology who would be busting open the game and displaying all its flaws out in the open for everyone to see.
I always love like this, like some things, like the ladder thing is like, well, how could they not have imagined this would happen? That's so I might climb a ladder during a cutscene.
I can't see. That looks like a small brown chest in the highest golden chest. Also, I haven't been paying attention to Bort all that much. Has he found the boss key already, or is it just this deep in Fire Temple?
It's Fire Temple. I just.
Also, it doesn't matter because it's path of the way the hero's path.
We're gonna full clear this. Yeah, we're gonna full clear this shit anyway. He has the boss key. Thank you, chat.
It's hammer chest.
Oh God, imagine not having chat while you're doing this. I would look so stupid.
Well, with no chat, you'd be talking to nobody. So, actually, that's a common misconception. There's a lot of people watching this. A lot of people who do not interact with the chat.
The majority.
I try my best to facilitate for everyone. I can see why it's a habit of commentators to directly speak to the chat as if they are the only audience. But to all the lurkers, to all the people watching this, throw your questions at me if you want to know more things. We appreciate you hanging out here. I try my best to facilitate everybody, but if there's anything else you want to know, go for it. If you just want to lurk and enjoy it without interaction, that's totally cool too.
Yeah, that's what I do on my stream. I have a lot of viewers, but I never talk. That's what I tell myself.
And of course, the people watching the VOD who are not here live interacting.
True.
And the people on YouTube don't even see the chat, so
Hi,
it's our job to make sure that every time we talk, we take that into consideration.
True. I suddenly feel the urge to stop lurking.
Oh no, I broke the lurk. Oh no, sorry.
What have you done, Melrose? For God's sake!
I've opened the floodgates. New fans everywhere.
Some harsh language towards the YouTubers being thrown on chat. I will not repeat it.
Okay, so Volvagia has the item we're looking for. Also, I don't know if Pierre chest was
It's a key.
checked or not.
It depends on Volvagia, right? It wasn't checked.
So we have one small key and one item that's pretty significant. Okay, that's
time for roulette.
So the fact that Broad didn't check Pierre at the time says to me that Broad doesn't have Scarecrow song set up as adults.
He doesn't. No. Yeah, I was right.
Which is a pretty big thing to admit. Actually,
Pierre could become the same thing that Ryuja had in the well.
That's what I'm thinking. There's a path here for Ryuja to catch up because Broad has to. Oh no, he's got Seren. Well, you still gotta get to Fire Temple and you don't have Bolero, so
yeah, you don't have enough for worse wind either.
It's not awful. Minuets get you there in a reasonable time.
Yeah, but you gotta consider, Brot still has to go to GTG for the Mirror Shield eventually as well. So I actually think Ryuja is looking a lot better than it might seem.
It is good news for Ryuja, yeah, but...
Ryuja is definitely starting to make up for lost time, I feel.
Well, actually, okay, it's good news for Ryuja if Pierre does indeed have the item.
Yeah, but regardless, I feel like Ryuja is starting to creep up on Brot's location. I feel like they're converging, they're getting closer to one another. I feel like Ryuja is playing a bit tighter.
So Blort's unfortunately getting a very bad positioning on Volvagia. The old name's Trollhole.
Okay, now is it my turn to explain something to the audience, Melrose? Can I explain what's happening here? Okay, I have no things.
You can explain the Dutch.
Melrose, I can explain this fight too. So what Brotinderdose is doing right now is when Volvagia goes down this hole during the start of the fight, there's actually two parts to Volvagia. There's also her tail, which we will see now as she comes out of the hole. But when she goes into the hole, the tail stays in that hole, kind of under the lava. And if you drop the bomb just right, you can hit the tail and inflict damage. So what Brot was doing was dropping bombs on that specific spot to hit Svolvage's tail to make the fight quicker. I mean, as quick as humanly possible with this fight, which isn't very fight stuff. But there you go, boom, easy, 1 hit. There you go. See, I can do it too, Melrose. I know things too. Just because you're the OTR. I'm just kidding.
I mean, if you go on speedrun.com, there is a British person by the name of Melrose who has... Okay, Ryuja's going for something pretty interesting here. I know there's a setup for this that involves a lot of pause buffing and a lot of misery.
Wait though, I want to see what's on Vaja first.
Okay.
Oh no! Oh, okay, it's fine. It's the strength too. I thought it was a key for a second.
I've never known of setup for that which makes it real time attack viable. So I don't know if Ryuja does have information on that, or they're just going for something for the restream.
I think they were trying to get up there. I think they were just trying something.
I mean, it's definitely possible. Toxic Oxygen, who's a fantastic strat finder for the community, he established a method of getting up there with a mid-air ground jump of the power super number 2. It's banned because it's so powerful, but it also breaks a bunch of stuff. It's possible.
It's funny.
It's banned if you do a ground jump whilst in mid-air with there's some technicalities to it, but it's not something you're going to see many people go for.
Listen, what Toxic Oxygen does is I don't understand how he finds all of these things. Literally, the setups for these things are like black magic to me. Like, there's so many inputs and it's all frame perfect and it's all weird and I'm just like, what the fuck's going on?
We love Toxic
Oxygen. We do. Well, we don't like to brief it though. It's not good for you. But the person is great.
Is it even oxygen at that point if it's toxic? Actually,
oxygen is toxic if that's all
I was about to ask. Yeah, it would be toxic, wouldn't it? So
yeah, oxygen is not good for you.
So he should just be called Oxygen. Is that one here?
It's redundant. He's going to. Brot's going to ice.
He's going to ice.
We have a strength 2, and the play is ice.
I think he wants Song of Time before going.
Oh,
wait.
Yeah, wait, that makes no sense. You easily get 2 keys. Always.
Wait, he knows Prelude and Bolero were hinted. Yeah, I'm intrigued by this play.
I'm really intrigued. I mean, there's, there could be a boomerang in here. It's totally possible.
He's looking for the mirror shield, obviously, but this is a odd.
Oh, we also need to go Jabu, so we also need a boomerang. So he's looking for God, I imagine.
I suppose, there is also the option of King Zora being the main.
It is still an option.
The hint.
Yeah, it is still an option.
Maybe unknowns to us that the bomb bag they have isn't actually the only available bomb bag, and we've completely missed that.
Well, the other one is strength locked, so and the strength is bomb locked, so that one is off the table. Oh my god. Oh, that is big. Oh, that is nasty. Oh, this seed is horrible. Oh.
Wow, that single-handedly just killed Ryuja. That is...
Yeah, that is really bad. The only way this could go well for Ryuja is if last location is the mirror shield.
Actually, wait. Actually, he still has to find mirror shield. There's still other areas that Brot is going to prioritize.
Yeah, like Ice Cavern, which is we now know for sure is completely pointless.
It does mean that Brot will go mode Spirit Temple, but I don't know how much time is saved between clearing out Spirit Temple and go moding it. Go moding being the term we use to say rush in the temple as quickly as you can without doing any checks that you feel like are unnecessary to finish in the seed with.
Yeah, go mode is when you have everything you need to finish the game, basically. Like you're not looking for anything anymore, you're just basically making progress towards the end. You have everything you need to clear the temples for the medallions you need, and you can just go straight off to him afterwards. You know where your light arrows are, you have your bow, your magic, and you know where the medallions are, and you can get them. Let's go.
Brot also has to make the decision, do they go Child and do Jabu first? Because that could eat up some time as well for clearing Jabu.
Yeah, definitely. The question is when will Ryuja find that boomerang? Because that is a nasty one. The game is holding no punches there at all.
It is a terrible place to find the boomerang. It really is.
No, Bro has not been to CTG at all yet. So that's still something you'll have to do. And it's unhinted that mirror shield. So best case scenario for Ryuja is that Bro's gonna spend a lot of time looking for mirror shield. That's really what Ryuja is hoping for right now.
But Brot is gonna get a stronger time in here, and I don't see any reason why.
Yeah, that's what I think.
GTG isn't the obvious play for him.
Yeah,
But I think
there is a
go on.
there is a chance that he might just opt to go to Jabu afterwards, thinking like, hey, well that's progression. I might find my mirror shield in there, then I don't have to do GTG at all.
Well, the main thing actually is that Brot is gonna go do Spirit Temple regardless because it's your dungeon, it's progression. You go ahead and do it. Whereas Ryuja, upon getting Strength 2, will just immediately do Spirit Temple. And at that point, Ryuja has a decision to make. Do you finish the rest of GTG, or do you maybe play for something else? In which case, Ice Cavern becomes a possibility.
No, Mel, I just had a way worse realization of what might happen. This might not happen, but it's something that could happen. What if he finds Din's Fire in Spirit Temple and he goes Shadow?
Well, Din's Fire could be here in Ice Cavern. Let's have a look.
No, okay.
Let's look at Wallet.
But that would be even worse.
You're right. Din's Fire would be terrible at this point.
Yeah. Ryuja needs to not find Din's Fire. Is what it comes down to. And we need to hope for Ryuja's sake. If you're rooting for Ryuja, you are hoping that Brot finds a Din's Fire and chases that to the end of the earth. Because otherwise I don't see this happening.
So Brot is deciding on not finishing Ice Cavern. But it's gonna go ahead and unfreeze King Zora. I believe that's why he's still got it equipped.
I think he's just changing that path in. Just in case it's not the bomb back.
Well, my question to him would be: it's path to Baronade, and you have Letter and Boomerang. So what are we?
This point.
what are we hoping for here, man? What are we?
Maybe there's just a random mirror shield on this guy.
Maybe, I guess this is one of those really inconvenient checks that maybe you'd rather not leave behind. But then again...
Then why wouldn't you finish like this? Well, he doesn't... Wait, he doesn't have Song of Time now, which does mean he'll probably take the long way around.
That's the one good thing for Ryuja, Brot maybe takes that long way around towards getting the Mirror Shield as well.
Yeah.
Let's think here. Din's Fire, we just need to not see Din's Fire. Din's Fire is just the element of chaos that just is sprinkled in at the end of the siege just to throw everyone off.
Yeah, it would be really bad. But you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if that is exactly what ends up happening. Because I've made a couple of predictions so far this season, and they've all been true actually, now that I think about it. Oh, we have bottle percent, by the way. We have all of them.
We had that a while ago, I believe. That was from Deku Tree. We got the 4th one.
Yeah, you're right.
To clear up some confusion on the hints, we had Kakariko on the path to Volvagia. The fulfillment for that was the fact that Strength was in the well, and Kokiri's sword was in Forest Temple. Therefore, Kokiri's sword gives you the Eyeball Frog, which gets you the hammer.
No, the strength doesn't lock the cookie sword at all. You can get that without the strength. It was in the map chest. The strength is not required for the cookie sword at all.
Hang on. Ryuja's stream just died for me. Is it? Oh no, it's just on my end. Never mind.
Yeah, there you go, Toffee. That's it.
Where was Kokiri's map chest? Right,
Yeah.
I thought it was Phantom Gun. Okay,
Yeah, it
ignore
was
me.
Song of Storms leads to fire arrows, which in turn gave you the hook shot, which leads to the cookie sword.
If it was map chest, then yeah, ignore me. It's not the strength at all. It's
Wait, how can hook shot? Wait, how can? Oh yeah, never mind. Hook shot makes sense. Yeah, never mind. Okay. Wait, no. Wait, the hook shot was on the chest in. Wait. Oh god. No, have I ever told you I really don't like Spirit Temple for its logical implications, it's such a stupid place. It's almost storms with strength, yeah. Wait, God, whatever. I can't deal with logic, okay?
That is true. Strength, you need the boss key on strength, so yeah, that's correct. It's literally just for strength. That's what happens when you overthink it. You miss the obvious answer.
Yeah, I don't try. My strength as a commentator is not my knowledge, but I'm a memer.
My superpower is overlooking the obvious answer and going deep into the... So we have Ryuja beelining straight to Spirit Temple.
Which makes sense.
We just need to, for Ryuja's sake, we don't want to see any bait in here.
We don't want to see any dense fires.
But we're trying to find a path for Ryuja to get his butt over to Ice Cavern to get that boomerang before Bort goes over to GTG, which...
What we need to hope for is that dense fire was deeper inside of the ice cavern.
I don't think we're hoping for that so much as like Blord's execution has shown that he's completely able to like keep the distance he has over Ryuja right now.
Yeah.
So for Ryuja to get a leg up over how far Blord's ahead is, then it needs to come down to a big chest.
Oh no. Okay, it's called
the class. Okay, yeah, it's written in the rules of the game that Strength 3 should be in Spirit Temple and Second Magic is in Shadow Temple. That's not actually true. Don't quote me on that. That's not true.
It is true. It happens
a lot. It happens a lot.
It makes sense, logically speaking. It makes complete sense because the way Spirit Temple usually is locked by Strength 2. So would it make sense if Strength 3 wasn't here? Spirit Temple also, logically speaking, ends up being the last temple you do most of the time. The last dungeon you do most of the time. Not always, but it often is one of the last things you do.
What else could convince Blord to not go over to GTG? That's what I'm trying to piece
not
together
much
right now.
Yeah, a Din's Fire maybe. A Din's Fire. Unironically. Might be the only thing.
Strength 3 might eat a little bit of time for outside. I know you don't have prelude, so it'd be so inconvenient to go.
Yeah, you're never gonna take that one. That's almost awful. It's so out of the way.
It's not as if Deep Fire can be a problem because we've already gone so far into Fire Temple. There's no.
We know it's a key. There's only a key on Pierre. We know that.
Yeah.
So that one is out of the question too. Yeah. No, I honestly think Din's Fire is the only thing that could throw Rod off at this point.
It actually is, isn't it? It's the only thing.
Yeah. There's not much left, I'm afraid.
We don't even need Dins for Nomo. The Dins, we're discussing the location of Dins because both of our runners are looking for items that each other has, the other one of, if that makes sense. So Ryuja is looking for the boomerang that is going to be in Zora's Fountain, and Blort is looking for the mirror shield that is in GTG.
Yes.
So we're thinking of ways that one or the other could be swayed away by going to the places they need to be going to.
Yeah.
The big one for Blort is definitely Din's Fire.
Yeah. It really only could be that. I don't think there's anything else that could throw him up at this point. Where are we going now, Prot? What's your big plan?
A very long way to GTG, I assume.
Wouldn't it be faster to go to Lake Hylia if you wanted to go to GTG? And I'm sure he knows that.
This looks like he's going up Death Mountain. Nope, never mind.
No. Oh, okay.
That's a path.
Is he going Child?
No.
Is he going...
he's going to do Jabu.
Maybe? Yeah, Jabu. That makes sense.
Jabu makes all the sense, actually, yeah.
Progression, right? So, where else would he go?
Okay, so if Din's Fire ends up being in Jabu, then I think this is
that could be really bad for him.
Yeah.
That would be the best case scenario for
terrible.
Yeah.
Best case scenario for Ryuja. So right now, the way I see this is Blort's race to lose.
For sure, yes.
And it can be easily lost if Jabu ends up being home to the Din's Fire.
Yeah.
The chances of that are so minimal, by the way. like the universe has to hate you, like
I mean,
really have a deep burn despise for your existence to do something like that.
At
Because
this point, the Din's fight is most likely going to be inside of Gahan's castle, so a non-factor basically.
I don't know about most likely.
Yeah, because just density-wise, it's the most likely to be there at this point. There's not much left.
We know it's not in a Babin location because Din's unlocks other checks.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But the foolish hints don't care if you're not required to be received. They only care if you offer nothing in terms of opening up more checks to the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why Big Golden Sword can still be in a barren location, even though it's a big chest.
And that's correct. Just to re-emphasize for chat, the reason we're putting so much discussion into Din's Fire is because it is the biggest piece of bait available left on the seed.
Yeah.
And right now, the stars are kind of aligning for Brot to run away with this one, but we shall see.
Yeah, to put it specifically, this is Brot's race to lose. He holds all the cards. The only way Brot could really lose now is a misplay by bait. Really, like it's really the only way that it could happen.
And I don't think Brot has any reason to feel behind. I can't see metagaming messing him up here.
No, I don't think so either. He's in a very good position, especially after finding that boomerang, because he knows that's awful.
The best thing for Ryuja could actually be Aurora's Wind on Twin Rover. That would kind of push you towards... Oh, you don't have Prelude. It would really suck.
Yeah, it would.
I don't know. Even if I found Aurora's Wind here, I don't know how excited I would be to rush Jabu for that one chest. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for Ryuja, let's consider Ryuja, right? Let's say there's no Din's Fire in here, which is what he was hoping. If you're a Ryuja fan, that's what you're hoping for. What option other than going to Jabu do you have, really?
For Ryuja, you go back to GTG, you do the Silver Blocks room.
Yeah, I guess that's... Yeah, I don't know if that's as likely.
It's... well, Strength 2... yeah, I don't know. It's definitely an option. It's maybe something that's in the back of Ryuja's mind, but yeah, the best thing for Ryuja, if... Oh god, I don't know.
But even
like in Ryuja's position, I don't know what I personally would do.
If there's a Din's Fire in Jabu, though, oh no, that would be horrible for.
And you gotta decide between Shadow Temple. Bear in mind you have Nocturne, and you don't have a convenient way of getting to GTG.
Yeah, exactly. Like just by pure process of like what's easiest to get to, you're almost certainly going to pick the Shadow Temple. Oh, this seed is awful. This could all come down to just one troll item.
So for everyone who's just joined, we are currently looking, well, we're not looking for anything. We know everything we needed to beat the seed is. Brot needs the Mirror Shield that's in GTG, Gerudo Training Grounds. Ryuja needs the Boomerang, which is in Zora Fountain. It's in the Fairy Fountain, so we can get it both as child or adult.
Which is honestly the only real blessing of that location. If it was on the iceberg, that would be worse.
Yeah.
That would be so much worse.
Do you want to explain what Ryuja's doing here with the hook shots and the Twin Rover fight?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so when you can basically make them go out of their animation quicker by shooting the hookshot at them after you hit them with the beam. Also, doing this will... sorry, that's for the second phase. I'm confusing. The hookshot makes them spin, so you can hold them in place, so it makes it easier to hit it with the beam. That's what I meant to say. In the second phase, that's what I should be talking about later, but I'll tell it now, because otherwise I'm going to be a mess. After she shoots the bolt at you, and you catch it with your mirror shield, you can shoot it with the hookshot to get her out of the animation, so she goes to the next platform faster. It just speeds the fight up a bit. This fight is awful. It's so slow and it trolls you a lot. But with these tricks, you can actually make it pretty fast if you get lucky.
Lucky being a very big word for Twin Rover. It is a very luck-dependent boss given...
People call it Troll Rover for a reason.
Yeah.
I've absolutely rage-inducing moments on this boss where I was ready to throw my control on the ground because they would just never go to the same spot.
I know there are very subtle ways that you can manipulate where both the witches are going, but you can't sort of dictate an absolute path for them. You could only really gesture away.
This is honestly, when it comes to boss fights, Trinrova, there's a lot of things you can do to show off your more like minute understanding of the game's like inner workings. But yeah, I just hate this fight, and I think everyone would. I think we can all agree that when you're a kid, or you know, when it's your first time playing this game, this is a super cool boss and you love it. And then when you start playing Rando, this quickly becomes your least favorite boss. It's just awful. It takes so much time. This and Ryuja both, honestly, are just terrible bosses.
So I wonder if there's anything that Blort would want to stick around as adult. Wait, why is he leaving Ruto behind? So you gotta
Ruto. No.
Okay, this is obviously a.
I think it's just saving time, right? Until port Ruto over there.
I don't know if doing this saves time. It's the unconventional way of doing Jabu, but it just means that if he wants to go further into dungeon, he just needs to go back to the main room with all the pitfalls and talk to her again.
No, but he has to do that anyway, so I don't think it really matters, right? It's weird, though, I'll grant you that, but I don't think it really matters. Brod's never gone to GTG yet, chat. That's completely correct. And he doesn't have so much time. So there's a good chance he'll take the long way around. So that's what Ryuja's hoping for. Ryuja, where are you going? Are you going to Ice Cavern? This does look like we're heading to Ice Cavern.
Oh, yeah, actually. I don't see much reason why you would come here if it wasn't for...
Right, yeah. What are we doing? Yeah, we're clearing pots. This is looking like an Ice Cavern play.
Now, as far as I'm aware, no one in the community does Ice Cavern and then exits to do the Zor Fountain Fairy reward, so...
I think you do the Fountain reward first, right? Usually.
Typically, what you would do is you would go across to the area so you could peek at the freestanding heart piece on top of the iceberg.
You're gonna check the Fairy Fountain in this situation, though,
yeah.
Right? Like, you're looking for an item. I just hope that Ryuja, well, I mean, I don't hope anything. I'm impartial. I want both of these players to win. But if you are rooting for Ryuja, you hope that he does the fountain first rather than Ice Cavern. This is definitely a place where sequencing is going to be very important. Because imagine, okay, this is my worry. If he goes into Ice Cavern first, and there's a dense fire there, like I said earlier. This dense fire, man, looming over the seat like the sword of Damocles. Like it's just there, like hanging over our heads. Not because we need it, because it would spell certain doom for whoever finds it.
I think at this point, the only person it would get in the way of is Blort, and the only check left for him for that to be the case would be on Baronade.
No, I think it's just as bad for Ryuja. Why wouldn't he go to Shadow Temple?
Because he's gonna get the boomerang and be in go mode.
If he does get it, yes. Oh, he practiced this. He practiced this before the race. I saw him do it. Looking good. I've practiced this trick too. Yeah, that looks nice. Oh, fuck off, Navi. Oh, beautiful. So well executed.
Very nice.
Yeah. First try.
Oh no, Blort! Oh
my
goodness.
lord.
Wow.
Oh, that's like a pixel perfect jump.
That was millimeters from being tragic.
Oh, that could have been so bad. That could have been so bad. Yeah, he's going for that rank. This is getting really interesting now, actually.
I think Ryuja has this.
I think so too.
It actually really, really depends on which side Blort takes when he enters GTG.
I don't even think so. Because he'll have to go back to GTG, which, he has to go to GTG first, which is travel time, which takes time, right? But then after that, he has to go to Spirit, which won't take long, but he'll have to climb back up and shit. I think Ryuja has this. He's
he's got to go across the overworld to get to Temple of Time. Like, people really underestimate how long it takes to walk to Temple of Time without... it's like under 2 minutes if your execution isn't like if you're not trying to cut over as many corners as you can. If you're kind of lazy with your movement and you roll past your corners instead of walking towards them and getting the final line because you can turn so sharply, then which Ryuja is showing you, he's going to like the as far as he can before making the decision to backwalk or roll past or okay, not so much bad time, but
I just forgot we didn't have free moves. I got so upset when you mentioned that. Yeah, I think if Brot takes a long route, which most likely he will, because it's a more efficient way of doing it. Well,
right, what's on Baronade?
Okay, I thought for a second that was Din's Fire.
Well,
the crystally part, the heart.
My streams froze, so I could not tell.
It's a piece of heart, Melrose.
Thank you for telling me. Okay.
You can breathe. You can breathe again. It's all good. All right, where is this? Where is this confounded?
This gosh darn it.
Fucking Din's Fire anyway. It's probably in Gen's castle, I think. Almost certainly at this point. Just density-wise alone, it's probably going to be there.
Well,
oh, no.
we don't have to care. What's
no,
up?
Imagine he goes into GCG, he does the back of GCG with the likes, the place we haven't seen yet. And what does he find? Din's Fire.
You're not
gonna immediately plays Nocturne.
You're not gonna bail from GCG at that point. That's just objectively incorrect at that point.
Yeah, but imagine if it happens.
It'd be awful, but I don't see it happening.
Yeah, but see, Brot has the hike to higher. I think Ryuja has this. I really do.
I think this might.
This is gonna be close, by the way. This is within a minute.
This is definitely very bad for Brot. This is just eating away at the time he needs to clear back. So I'm very intrigued by this because it feels like less than half an hour ago I said
this is mini game. Imagine if that's a Din's Fire.
It's not Din's. We don't have to worry about Din's Fire. He's not going to go. Oh God! What if he goes? What if he goes? Yeah. What if? No. This
It's all left. It's all left. Let's go. If this is a Din's Fire, it's really bad. Mirror Shield is on the Beamos chest and GGG. That's one left key, right? That's left. Right?
I was right. I used to be team left at one point, but then it turned its back on me at the most pivotal time I needed.
Yeah, I remember that, Melrose. Oh dear. All right, it's right, left, right, left. Let's go. Right, right, left, right, left, right. That's what I meant all along. It's just me. Okay, whatever. Fuck this.
It like at the surface, it looks like this is Ryuja's. Easily?
Yeah, no. This was this decided it completely. I don't think there's a way that Brot's gonna win now. Oh, it's okay. That's fine.
That is
whatever.
That is interesting.
No one cares. It's a long shot. It's not necessary for anything. No one.
Yeah,
no
that offers nothing in this. Not even for Shoot the Sun. That is a non-issue.
Yeah, Water Temple is foolish, and so is Shoot the Sun. So there's no point. But look, you're just entering Jabu now. I don't see it happening anymore.
So the lens was in Forest Temple, correct?
Correct. Yes, on the map chest.
So that is Lens of Truth?
Yes, Lens of Truth was on the map chest in Deku Tree.
Oh, Deku Tree, right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a hook shot. So just in case we needed confirmation about Spirit Temple being Wave Hero for us, hook shot.
Yeah,
100% yes.
Yep. All right, but yeah, Brot's probably going to go the long way around for density's sake. But even if he didn't, I don't think that chest mini game run, like, it doesn't seem like all the time, but chest mini game easily takes a minute, right? And at this point, minutes they count for a lot.
I don't think it's as set in stone that he goes left. There is the argument that there is a little bit of muscle memory in there. Just is he going to reverse? Oh no, he knows Wasteland Chest is dead. So
reverse is faster, so it makes perfect sense.
No, actually, taking the opponents from Temple of Time is faster.
Is it?
Yeah.
I do not believe that.
But there's also this check he wants to do along the way, I guess, yeah.
Goomba said reversing was faster. I believe Goomba.
You believe Goomba?
I believe Goomba.
With that said, if that is true, then I believe it.
Wait, what? Because Goomba said you believe it?
I believe it's Namaha I heard from that is faster to use Epona from...
Reverse checking the fairy is not faster? No, but it is one more check. That matters. When you're looking for a mirror shield, that's unhinted. But, yeah, I honestly don't see how Broad wins this anymore. Just consider, he has to clear GTG, even if he goes immediately to the right, okay? Then he still has to climb back up the Spirit Temple, and he has to kill Twinrova, which is not a super quick boss. And Ryuja's almost done with Jabu already.
Reversing is 6 seconds faster, according to...
I knew it. Thank you. Thank you, chat. I knew I was right. 2 hour 53.
This has been the most bizarre race I've completed because the whole time I was praying that something would make this a close race, but then slowly in the background, Ryuja not only is being competitive with how far ahead Broad was getting, he's actually looking favored to win, and I'm really not sure how that turned so quickly.
The decision to go to Ice Scavengers was a really good one for Ryuja.
Yeah, but at the same time,
correctly.
but going to GTG is a good decision for Blood. Like, it's not as if either one of these races has made a bad...
Yeah, no, I agree, but the chess mini game was slow. Well, yeah.
But for Blood's sake, you're going adult and you don't have prelude, you don't have access. Like, it just... You'd rather not leave that behind.
Yeah, but you remember, right? He also has to like get the thing and everything. Like, it's so much slower to go like this right now. There's no way. I don't see it anymore. Unless Ryuja just pulls a spell and dies like 10 times again. That's what I would do. That's how I would lose this race at this point. That was Ryuja. But Ryuja is a top 64 player, unlike me.
Fun fact, a race has never been decided because one opponent died to Ganon 24 or 25 times. It's never happened.
No, I only said 10 times. Come on, I'm not that bad, Melrose. Jesus. God. Also Jesse. I mean, that happened in the past and I was still called spell, so I think we can say pulling a spell is still accurate there. Honestly, I don't care. If people want to call me spell, it's fine. It really doesn't matter. I'm not that fussed about it.
I've got to say, if Blood comes in for an interview and he asks, how did I lose? I don't know how to reply. I don't know how this has swung in Ryuja's favor so quickly.
I think the chess minigame definitely didn't help, but even without that...
Yeah, but that one thing doesn't decide an entire race for you. That's No,
absolutely. I agree with you completely, Melrose, but... I honestly, I mean, when we were in Fire Temple, I did say I felt like Ryuja was slowly gaining ground on Broad, and I believe that to be true still.
But the only thing I can point to in that case is that Ryuja's execution was just far superior to Broad's, and I don't think that's even the case.
No, I wouldn't say far superior. I think in the start Broad had the better execution, but I think Ryuja just has the better endurance, so to speak.
I mean, yeah, that's true of what chat's saying. Broads did have a pretty lengthy Child 1 stint, but even at the tail end of that, it was looking as though he had all the tools at his disposal to keep the lead he had because of Ryuja missing the strength in. I gotta say, I'm happy the races turned out to be close and competitive. I'm still sat here wondering how, but I'll take it.
I legitimately think that the chess minigame played a big part in this. I really do. And also just Ryuja deciding to go to Ice instead of GZG.
Yeah, but the race isn't decided because Broads chose to do
minigame. But I think it played a part for sure.
But I mean, like, for the length of the seed over time, he's lost minutes here and there, and I don't know what to put it down to.
Not even minutes, I would say seconds. I think it comes down to seconds, but it's like a death by like a couple dozen cuts. like that you know, the way that he climbed to turn in the medicine. You know, he took a minute more than Ryuja did basically on that because.
But he got the light arrows.
Yeah, but even so, like he chose to
time.
go. No, yeah, but he chose to go the slower way up the mountain, which did lose him a minute.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, we even calculated. We know it cost him like a minute. But I mean, like that's not what made the difference. It's just like one of those things where you just lost a little bit of time.
Also, if it wasn't said already, the fact that Brought is going the left side around GTG.
Yeah, it's
the fact that kind of glossed over that should have been a big moment to spectate on. Like, is he going left? Is he going right? I noticed he went into the maze and he peeked.
Yeah.
Ultimately, that was.
I think when you see those two small chests, you're like, okay, I guess I'm going to the other side.
Well, at least we got to see Gwyneth, the Green Rupee.
True. No, there's no Din's Fire. So I'm almost certain Din's Fire is. Well, it has to be in Ganon's Castle at this point, right? Or in Ice Cavern.
I don't think it's an Ice Cavern. Wait, I don't remember if
we didn't see the place with the blue fire. So in the
okay, so Brought left after what would have been the vanilla map chest.
The compass room, right? Or is that the map room? I think it's the compass room where he went.
The map is where you get your first blue fire.
Oh yeah, no, it has to be, right, yeah, otherwise you can't even get to the compass area. You're right. Yeah, he only got to the map area. You're right. Wait, no, I'm 100% sure he went to the compass area too. So he did do that. He just didn't go to the Oh, it makes
because it's hinted. Yeah.
Song of Time and Hylian Shield. Okay, so
yeah,
Din's Fire is definitely in Ganon's Castle. Yeah, okay. Now we know. We've deduced the answer, Melrose. We're like Sherlock Holmes and Watson. No, it's impossible. Any seed that the randomizer rolls, Selden, is always going to be a seed you can 100%. So, unreachable location, that's a setting, like accessible only. Like, just makes it so that you only need to go to places that are accessible to you. But the default mode for standard is that everything is accessible. So, it's always possible to 100% seed. The Insane Shadow is funny though. Yeah, with certain settings, it's funny when that happens.
It do be funny though.
It do be funny. Well, I mean, Ryuja is about to go up to Ganon's Castle and have his final showdown with the Lord of Evil himself, and Brought still in GG. So, yeah, I think that kind of decides it.
Oh, this now? This is what decided it?
No, it was already. But this is like this is the most visual indication you're ever going to have that it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, turning. I don't know. I think even if he turned right to go get the mirror shield, I don't think it would have been possible anymore. Oh, has he forgotten the bow? He doesn't have. Does he have the hint?
He has the hint.
Does he? I don't see it on his tracker. Yes, pose, burning cack, toilet, final ice.
He does not have the hint.
Oh no.
He does not have the hint.
Oh no.
I retract my statement. The hint is not obtained.
Well, maybe he did obtain it, but he just didn't write it down. Maybe. That makes no sense. He would have written it down for sure, right?
Yeah.
What does LB mean? It means lower bracket, or losers bracket, rather be. And if you lose in the losers bracket, you are eliminated from the tournament. We use a double elimination style tournament. So there's a winners bracket and a losers bracket. Winners that lose, or losers that... People that lose in the winners bracket, Jesus, this is complicated, will be demoted to the losers bracket as a second chance. But people in the losers bracket are on the second elimination, so that's the final one. And eventually, this tournament will end with the winner of the winners bracket and the winner of the losers bracket showing off in the grand finals.
You are eliminated after 2 losses, and both the races here have lost it once already.
Yes, exactly. These are both in the losers bracket.
I do prefer the term lower bracket because, I don't know, loser, like, you lost a tournament playing randomizer 4 queen at a time, you know, that's really, we're calling that a loser?
Oh, rot, this is gonna hurt. Da, 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 da.
This is pretty much the last check for him as well in this play.
Yeah,
It's really
it's-
unfortunate how that
This
turned
is
out.
really last location, basically. Yeah.
Exclamation point brackets should bring that up for you account.
Yeah. What's he putting on his tracker now? Sorry,
That
chat,
is
you can see it, but we
Quite the
can.
gun mode illustration is PSP Edgeworth? I've never played Ace Attorney. Who is that?
Yeah, that's definitely Edgeworth from Ace Attorney.
That's Edgeworth with Pepe the Frog as the
The face.
the face
Pepega
swap.
as the face. Pepega, to be exact.
Also, thank you, Deadly Thunder, for finishing my thought. Yes, the winner bracket would have to become the whooper bracket. And I'm prepared to say that if you are all prepared to say it with me.
Well, you can just call it upper bracket and lower bracket. That also works. That's how many tournaments do it.
But that it's WB, not UB.
Yeah, well, we use winners and losers bracket. That's the nomenclature that we use over at CSR.
Oh, it's Pegasus from Yu-Gi-Oh, of course. Okay, yeah, but this means nothing to anyone watching the VOD on YouTube. I apologize for derailing.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, it could have been Edgeworth. Not gonna lie. But now that you mentioned, the art style is definitely not the same. The lower bracket. Second winners bracket. I don't think there's anything wrong with calling it losers bracket because the only people that are in it are people that have lost already once, right?
True, it is factually correct.
And no one, I don't think anyone ever
but-
complained about the name, so I don't think it's
No.
really a cause of concern.
I mean, I wasn't making too much of a point of it.
I think honestly, the way of the hero, path of the hero discussion is a way more important one, and we need to have it. Why did we rename it?
What did you say? I just stopped listening. I completely stopped listening. What did you say? I'm so sorry.
You know what, Melrose? I'm not gonna say it anymore.
It's the end of a race. I've punched in my time. This is.
I said the path of the hero and the way of the hero discussion is a way more important one than winners and losers bracket.
Sure.
That's the answer I really want. Oh god, this room is so laggy. Anyway, Ryuja has defeated Ganondorf and is now about to have his final battle with the Lord of Evil himself.
Who is the Lord of Evil himself?
Ganon.
Ah. Oh wait, the same Ganon who's in Hyrule Castle when you go to see Zelda for the first time?
Yes. No, that's
it's him?
Ganondorf. That's
He's the
Ganon.
bad guy? But
Yeah.
he looks so friendly and approachable. Are you assuming he's...
Friendly and approachable. Yeah, surely. This was a really close race. Yeah, it was. I think right at the end it just went really weird. I agree with Melrose. It's hard to pinpoint exactly where the seat was lost.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
God.
And I feel like a bad commentator for not being able to play the game.
No, you're fine. The first thing you gotta understand about commentating OoTR on CSR is that the chat is the true big brain commentator.
Well, that's just not true.
That's true.
At all. No, that's
Absolutely it is.
factually incorrect.
No. Chat is... all the brains combined of chat together would make the most fearsome OoTR play ever. But unfortunately, chat cannot play OoTR together.
So Ryuja's on the final bit.
There's always someone in chat making the right call. So.
Wisdom of the crowd and all that.
Yeah, absolutely. VXR usually tells me everything I need to know about the seed. Anyway, Ganon is down on his knees, his sword stuck in the ground, and he's trapped by Zelda. Ryuja's blade will be flashing a bright white light, or blue, depending on how you see it. And then it will be over for Brotinderdose. He will be sent home. He's already home, but...
GG Ryuja, and unfortunately for Brot, he goes back to playing Majora's Mask. That is it for him in Ocarina of Time.
The question now everyone had on their mind was, is the German flag or the German flag rotated 90 degrees the better one? We now know it's 90 degrees one. Belgium wins.
Wait, no one asked that. That was never a question. Why are you making...
Why not? The flags are so similar, they're just 90 degrees rotated.
I don't want part of this geopolitical conflict you're enticing. But yes, congratulations Ryuja. That was a... on the surface, a really impressive win because I still can't pinpoint It's just efficiency and movement.
I think
surely
so.
it's
Yeah. It's just like I said, it's a death by a dozen cuts of small seconds here and there. I think that really, and then at the end, I think Bro just made the wrong choices. But even if he had made the right ones, I don't think it would have mattered anymore.
I mean, again, not right or wrong, just the fortuitous and the unfortunate ones. It was...
Sure, but that's so hard to say.
Well, you don't want to imply it's only
Hindsight is
factually correct
20/20.
because it's...
Hindsight is 20/20. That's how I like to call it. It was the wrong choice in retrospect, but he couldn't have known.
So, to let everyone in on how we're gonna do the interview, we're not, because Ryuja's gone to bed. So, Ryuja, if you're lurking, congratulations. You will be going through to face Why You So Epic in the next round of losers. So, best of luck in that race to you.
You think we'll find out why Ryuja is so epic? It's kind of a nice thing to say to your opponents, right? Like, your name is like, why are you so epic? You're always asking your opponents, why are they so epic? And are we gonna... Well, Bro doesn't know he's lost yet for another 15 minutes, right?
Well, he knows now. He
knows now.
Like, well...
Oh, yeah, true.
Maybe, well, actually, I don't know. Maybe... I mean, he'll be watching this right now, live, maybe. I don't know. This is 20 minutes in the past.
Yeah, no, never mind. It's 20 minutes in the past. They already know. Long ago.
So in real time, they obviously know. It's just...
So...
I don't know. I've never been a fan of going into the interview if you're on the losing side. It just doesn't feel particularly good to talk about.
Okay, I'm gonna drop a hot take as a commentator here. I hate doing interviews with losers. It just doesn't feel like, if they are okay with it, I still feel awkward about it. It's like, well, how do you feel about losing? It's like, yeah, not good, obviously.
Well, then you gotta structure your questions correctly, and that is, how do you feel about losing? I think is a pretty...
No, I never asked that, but that's the feeling I have, Melrose. That's like, I just, yeah. If I lost...
the race time room and see if Blotz is joining.
We should ask if Brot wants to come for an interview.
I mean, I'm sure behind the scenes he has been asked. Okay, he has been asked, but that was 14 minutes ago and there's no response. So it's pretty much... It's up in the air, I guess.
Yeah.
That's a shame, because I really wanted to ask about the Child 1 stints, the decision that Ryuja made to skip the well. I was interested to hear answers to all that.
That's true. It's Brot. Oh, Brot just responded.
He just responded? Okay, cool.
And what did he respond with?
That's a good question, yeah.
Because we are kind of in limbo now. We're like, are we done? Do we need to wrap this up? Hello.
I believe we are joined by one Brotinderdose. Hello.
Hey, what's up?
How are you feeling, my man?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, I guess. Bad decision to not going GTG and to skip that BMOS. Yeah.
You did what felt right at the time. You don't have to feel bad for it.
Yeah, and I wouldn't feel bad about it anyway, because I feel like even if you had gone right immediately, I don't think time-wise you would have had time enough to make it at that point anyway. It's kind of hard to pin down in the seat what happened, because you looked really solid for the largest time, and then suddenly it was like, oh shit, wait, actually, were you just in a really good position suddenly?
There was there was a bit of a lengthy Child 1 stint. I don't know if you wanted to talk about what your thinking was behind that. I have my opinion. I have my own theory on it, but I can hear it from you instead. How was the decision to stick around as Child, even though you had the bum bag, you had access to the Dunger's cabin? There was other things on the table for you to do at that time.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I want to do really well because I can full clear it, and yeah. I can farm the skulls there in Keg and stuff, because the double half-hint of Kakariko.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and as I got the Zora's Domain for Baronade, I guess, the half-hint, I was really...
Correct, yes.
Yeah, I thought, okay, it only can be King Zora at this point. I forgot that that the Strange in the Well is bomb block at this point. I just forgot it.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, okay, the bomb bag in DC is a logic too, so it's not the bomb bag. Yeah.
Unfortunate in that case. Did collecting skulls factor in at all as well? Because you had 2 Wave of Hero hints. Wait, actually no. How many hints for Wave of Hero Kakariko did you have?
2 for the Heaven to Bongo, I guess. I'm not sure. And
Nice.
2 for this Volvagia, I guess, was it?
Yeah. So, for you, was there an emphasis on collecting skulls, or do you think that's just something you as a racer tends to do anyway?
No. At this point, normally I just go for 10 skulls. In a normal race, I always skip 20 skulls, because, come on, it's just 1 check, and you need so much time to get this 10 more skulls. So, in a normal race, I would skip this, but come on, it's a tourney race, so...
I see.
And there's Pathins.
Yeah, the
So-
Pathins made perfect sense to me.
So you mentioned it's a tournament race. Does your playstyle differ between larger races and 1v1s then? And if so, can you go into that a little bit?
Yeah. In a 1v1, I normally check my opponent before the race and check what is his bad plays at some point, so I can how I can say that, I can outplay him in this way. In a big race, I just go for plays. So if I see, okay, I've got early storms and maybe all early ZL, just rush the rail. Maybe I've got some stuff there, and yeah.
I understand. So, out of interest, what did you collect from Ryuja? Actually, I guess more specifically, did you get the information that Ryuja really dislikes rushing the valley early on?
In this matchup, I don't know Ryuja at all. I'm not watching much of that racer, so
That's fair enough. I can only tell you that I peeked a little bit at Ryuja, and the only information I could gather was that from a stream title he had is that he skipped. His title was "Let's Skip GV Again." So I had it under firm authority that he skips Garuda Valley all the time. But he actually walked out to Long Long Ranch and did Valley. So if you did collect information on Ryuja and tried to use that against him, then that would have been very unfortunate because Ryuja flipped the book, honestly.
No, sorry. You said you had very good information that Ryuja skips GV, but all you had was like 2 stream titles. Is that what you're saying?
It's more than what you did.
Yeah, I went with 0 assumptions, so honestly it looked better for me, I think.
You didn't even know his nationality. You just said he's the one with the German flag rotated 90 degrees. That's
true.
Wait,
is it? I think the color of the order of the colors is actually also different.
It's about it. Okay, so on Restream right now, we are seeing you deliver the final blow to Ganon, and with that, it comes to an end. Season 5 tournament for you, Brought. In your own words, how would you summarize it?
Yeah, it was a nice tournament, I guess. It was okay, nice to play. Yeah.
I think
always Rush Ice is season 5 for me.
I think one thing you can say is, even though maybe this wasn't the outcome you were hoping for, but you remember you are top 32 at the end of the day out of all the OoTR players. That's something you can say for sure now.
Yeah, I guess
I
don't think at the beginning of the tourney, I guess I was like 2 losses and I'm out. But yeah, I got 1 win. I'm happy with it.
Well, that's one way of looking at it. Two losses you always have, but 1 win, that's something you had to earn.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, it's late for you. I don't think we want to keep you any longer. And I don't want to speak from those, but I think we're both pretty tight. And at least very thirsty. My throat is killing me right now. So
I am about to go run a marathon and do the 2000 hurdle.
All right. Well, in that case, I think we can bring in Rainiel to wrap it up for us.
Yep. Thank you guys so much for an awesome race. And thank you, Brought, for showing us a good time, even though you didn't make it. We were glad to have you. We have a lot more of these sorts of races coming up this week. Talked about it earlier, but tomorrow we have another lower bracket round between Skyward and Cola. And coming up on Wednesday, we have 2 more races, winners bracket between G-Skate and Seisei, and another lower bracket round between Dylan Meeble and Check Raise. So be sure to come back and check those out, because that's also going to be some very, very good races.
Yeah, there's also some good runners among those names.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been a very exciting tournament so far. Thank you to commentators and to the trackers for making it possible, because we wouldn't be able to do this without you.
And thank you for restreaming it.
Hey.
You said I was useful? Damn, I can't believe it.
So, we're going to be rating Rikovaz, so be sure to say hey to them.
All right.
Right? And thank you all.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching.
See ya.